Next Wednesday, you know what that means? AEW Dynamite will zoom in live across the world as we bring you our coverage from the fallout from the phenomenal preview this past Cinema's AEW Reveloution as we see what is developed after what has concluded and so much more tonight and what's sure to be another crazy edition of AEW Dynamite. And welcome to our pre-show hype and brief pre-show discussion. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to the Super Reliable Studios. And of course, the most reliable member of our family here, Walter Cruz, is figuring out his device. But you know what this is. For I am the man, the super brand, the voice of such figure involving professional wrestling. Damn it, my name is Noah Foster, and thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. If you want to think to the conversation, PayPal, Patreon, or Super Chat, as simple as that. Share this in all your feeds. Know we're also live, of course, all the time here amongst all of the fans here at the Super Studios. And, of course, with us as well is one half of the Canadian Connection, our friend Nick. Follow him at Nick BLeaf12 on the X. Has been an invaluable player for Potter Media interviews, brings insight discussions, and some food for thought, quite literally and figuratively. Nick, how are you this fine evening?
I'm good, buddy. Just, you know what we were saying off air. We'll talk about it throughout the stream. Just call me the fucking Nostradamus of the SRS studio.
Hey, it might as well be Mr. freaking Premonition, brought to fruition, if you will. And again, thank everybody that tuned in to our coverage this past Sunday for AEW Reveloution. Whether you're watching on MyEW, your local cable or pay-per-view satellite provider, or you're watching for HBO Max, you want to enjoy the conversation, reaction, and coverage. We know tonight we got a lot ahead already. It is no holds barred as Thomas Toy Storm goes 1-1 against Marina Shafir after Marina Shafir took a cheap shot and knocked the heck out of she was confronted by the baddest bitch on the planet, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. We also know we have a Coffin match thanks to Gabe Kidd being absolutely fuming from the outcome of that Tornado Trios match as Darbin goes 1-on-1 with Gabe Kidd in a Coffin match where tonight one of them might literally be pushing up daisies. And we also have the Bruv officially return to in-ring action as he takes on part and a half of the swirl in vanilla ice cream himself, Blake Christian. That and so much more to come tonight with the fallout from AEW Revolution here on AEW Dynamite from Fresno, California. Well, Nick, it's sure to be once again another insane night of professional wrestling delight, 2 hours plus, as now we look towards who will forge a dynasty with all the returns, all the outcomes, all definitive decisions, and who knows who can mount a comeback and who else might show up tonight. There's no telling how wild this night will be.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of returns over the weekend, but now we're on the road to Vancouver and on the road to Dynasty. So we got to, we got to make some ground tonight.
Well, speaking of making ground, talk about making quick ground is, of course, coming back from double fusion neck surgery. Will Ospreay, the all-lead Bruv, is back as he confronted Jon Moxley, who retained the Continental Championship against Konosuke Takeshita. And, of course, we know that Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay, it is currently 0-2 for the brothers. Jon Moxley has been beat him twice in the past, as Ospreay admitted last year at Double or Nothing. With Ospreay's sights set on revenge versus just the Continental Championship, this is a huge major first step coming forward for the Bruv, who come back from double fusion neck surgery, folks, might I add, literally 8 months later.
It's unheard. Like, he's not human. To come back from double fusion neck surgery, to be doing fucking hidden blades, moonsaults on Sunday is just, this guy's not human at all.
Yeah, we've been talking about how many people literally their DNA might need to be checked for what the heck are they made of. And Will Ospreay is definitely part of that conversation. And of course, last time we saw Will Ospreay, he was literally paradigm shift, not once, but twice, but 3 times inside that crazy steel cage match at Forbidden Door with that narration by Alice Windsor, of course, Mrs. Bruv. Of course, future fiance and wife and a mother, of course, to his son, Harry. But It's one of those things that we weren't sure we were never going to see Will Ospreay again the same way. With so many people that you figured out now recognized by this business, either retired or no longer able to compete due to unfortunate circumstances, such as Big E and Bianca Belair. It's very refreshing to see Will Ospreay back here, but going immediately back into in-ring action after a confrontation, though, I don't know that's such a wise decision coming back so quick from double fusion neck surgery.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a quick out. to come back from that to already being in a match. I mean, when Toni advertises stuff, he don't miss, right? It doesn't skip out. We're gonna go through the card, but hopefully they set the groundwork starting tonight, because that'll be a pivotal story going into Dynasty.
Yes, and of course we know Dynasty right now at the forefront of that Forbidden Temple is literally a man that is buried, and you know it as he has officially removed one of his greatest obstacles, not his greatest obstacle here in AEW, as Hangman Page was hung after 100K KO, faced that Dynamite Diamond Ring, and MJF overcame Hangman Page in Texas Deathmatch, meaning now that Hangman Page can never, ever challenge, per his word, for the AEW Men's World Championship again. So we got this question at the press conference, and I do wonder if Hangman will even be conscious enough and willing enough tonight to give us an answer. Nick, what is Hangman Page now if he no longer can even be in the picture or conversation for the AEW Men's World Championship? What is Hangman Page in AEW?
And you know what? To the people that say that AEW don't tell stories, this is a story that you're gonna have to watch. I think they had this. They have to have a plan. I do think Hangman will turn. I mean, again, this is a gentleman's agreement. There was nothing signed about this.
Correct.
So I'm wondering, maybe whatever story this was probably, we all know about Cody and how Cody couldn't do it. He couldn't challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. So yes. I wonder if maybe at the time they had a story, but Cody didn't want to do it, and Hangman is willing to do it. So maybe I think that maybe they're taking that story and kind of giving it to Hangman. So it'll be interesting to see, week in and week out, what happens. I just think after that beating he took on Sunday, if rumors are true, I hope we don't see. We need a break from Hangman. We need a break.
Okay, go ahead.
No, like I said, I think we need a break, and this is a perfect time for guys like Kevin Knight to come up.
Nick, hold that thought. I actually have some breaking news courtesy of AEW. It appears that Toni Storm has been taken out backstage and is no longer able to compete in No Holds Barred, as Mina Shirakawa and Lufer has found her not the fuck out. So due to these circumstances, Mina Shirakawa is now stepping up in place for Toni Storm in No Holds Barred action. I wonder who could have did that.
I mean, it'd be silly not to think that the same person we saw hugging and kissing Marina Shafir making her debut was not the culprit of this.
Well, that being said, Nick, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. We're representing live from Fresno, California, in the same Mart Center, capacity crowd on hand, as this is the fallout from AEW Reveloution, and this is AEW Dynamite. Hello, everybody. Shout out to Brian Danielson, Scarborough, and Tony Giovanni on commentary. Of course, it is Nick Ferrantes at Nick Elite 12, Noah Foster. We are the CB Labo Studios bringing you our coverage tonight for AEW after the fallout that has changed the entire landscape, it seems, of All Elite Wrestling. It now moves forward to forge a dynasty as AEW continues where they left off. And of course, AEW Revolution, it was a one-of-a-kind stacked night, Nick. Again, you can attest from the returns and the comebacks to the upsets. It was crazy from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. We were riding on a high. They really front loaded that show up with debuts and returns, and hopefully they continue this momentum, right? We got Dynasty coming up, so we need to start setting the groundwork tonight, and these next few weeks, let's move forward.
And exactly. And again, we know that tonight we are, of course, going to be reliably enjoying AEW. Speaking of reliably enjoying AEW, please welcome to the booth, Mr. Reliable, Walter Cruz. Walter, how are you? Go ahead and speak your mind.
I'm doing well now. Can technology.
Work.
All right, make sure. Good to see Matt and Nathan, my friend Sandy, Darren G, and Charles Schultz also in the chat. And again, because of the implications of what we saw Sunday night, we thought it was fitting to cover the fallout. And boy, do we have some fallout. It's going to be Marina Shafir and no holds barred action. The All Elite Bruv has returned to AEW after double fusion neck surgery as Will Ospreay goes one-on-one with Blake Christian. Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd tonight will finally put their rivalry to peace or to rest if we're lucky in a freaking Coffin match. And Dunkzilla, former AEW Trios champion, Mart goes one-on-one with one-third of the new AEW Trios champions. Speedball Mike Bailey. That and so much more ahead tonight on AEW Dynamite.
I wonder if we get MJF addressing the match, if we're going to see a number one contender, like who's to step up. If MJF is even going to show up after that crazy ass fight.
Yeah, is he even medically cleared to show up? Is he willing to show up to the hell he went through?
Well, it looks like
we got to see what's next for Hangman because he can never challenge for the title. So what's next for him? Does he go back to the trios division?
Well, as Nick was about to say, Nick, let me go ahead and hold you there because, gentlemen, let's all right that shit.
Sling TV or Max?
Sling TV, bruv. And speaking of bruv, the All Elite Bruv has returned home to AEW. And to Nick's point, looks like we're kicking off Will Ospreay versus Blake Christian.
I knew they were going to start with that to get the big pop right off the rip.
Well, I mean, there wasn't a bigger pop last night, I feel like, than for Will Ospreay returning, as me and Nick were talking about, much more in advance from double fusion neck surgery. The last time we saw Will Ospreay in AEW was at Forbidden Door at that steel cage match where Jon Moxley literally put who many thought was going to be early retirement on the injured reserve shelf.
Yeah, he got the John Cena miracle. He took a little bit longer, but the fact that he came back less than a full year.
And about to say, and we saw, of course, Marina Shafir drop Toni Storm like a bad habit this past Sunday Reveloution. And somehow Thomas Toni Storm has been literally knocked out unconscious backstage. That means Shafir will now take on the problem in no hold barred action.
Yeah, gee, I wonder if Rana did that.
I think Nick was thinking the same thing as you, and I'm sure we'll all find out here soon enough. As, of course, we welcome Will Ospreay back into AEW. And there you, of course, see the official graphic if you are with me as well. Whether watching on TBS, HBO Max, your local provider, Mina Shirakawa will go one-on-one with Marina Shafir once again. This will be their second ever singles encounter. Remember the last time, gentlemen, it ended in Mother's Milk. Bell rings were underway, though, for this exhibition. And Will Ospreay's return back to professional wrestling, damn it.
It's going to be interesting to see if he, there's a report that he was going to change his style. So I'd love to see how he if he does that or if he's just same old bro.
Well, he might have to out of necessity.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Nick, there's that time we talk about it. You see the hammy kinesio tape on the shoulder blades in the back of the head and neck of Will Ospreay, that an injury truly changes a wrestler, a human being, forever. It's more than just a mental cycle you got to get yourself out of. It is a physical adaptation because you may not have to go once before like you used to with that high risk style. And we know, again, this is the aerial assassin. We saw how close and dangerous it was. We took on that sky twister, nearly hitting the apron on the way down, but not the Death Riders.
Shout out to Blake in this situation. This is trust, right? This is Tony building trust in one of your stars. To give him this, for Blake to be Will's first opponent coming out of the gate, that Tony trusts him.
And of course, Blake Christian is one of the newest members to go all lead. And Will Ospreay, of course, is aware that Blake Christian is flipping him off. Oh God! I just chopped the friggin' ice cold flavor off his body. Irish whip reversal, Will Ospreay off the ropes again. And again, I do wonder if there's any ring rust on Will Ospreay, who has not been in action since July last year, in ring action.
Only one way to find out.
And Ospreay over the top with the whoop, lands on the apron. And drop first on the apron. Cazadora rolled through and whoa! The splash, great innovative offense there by Blake Christian, who's put his name out there, of course, for the ring of our world championship, gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think he changed his style at all, by the way, Nick.
And so far, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, the last time I saw Will Ospreay truly change his style was during New Japan Pro Wrestling, when he took a more heavy, aggressive, striking approach as the Commonwealth Kingpin. Ever since returning to form as the Aerial Assassin back at Wrestle Kingdom 17, it's been the Will Ospreay of old, if not a nude. And now we got a renewed Will Ospreay with a double fusion neck after he just big booted Blake Christian out of the ring. How many people hit the ropes as fast as Will Ospreay?
You know what? I can say Blake does. Blake is one of those
What?
prototypes of Will.
So you literally put Blake Christian up there as possibly somebody that could follow in Will Ospreay's steps to a degree in his career?
Yeah, I think so. He's got all the tools.
It's a bold take. I mean, it sounds like you're going all in. It's one man, Frostberry flop. And of course, folks, you can go all in this year when AEW goes all in London once again from the computer professional wrestling Wembley Stadium. The pre-sale is now live. Get your tickets today. And of course, we'll be covering that here at the Simply Reliable Studios. AEW's biggest show of the year, Wembley Stadium, AEW All In. Now Blake Christian working the head and neck of Will Ospreay against the barricade. And look at the double stop. The blood back in the injury. Thankfully, gets out of the way with the forearm. Spraying up the barricade. Pit Cheerio with the phenomenal forearm. Springboard. Again, so much more to come tonight. So much what is. AEW Women's World Championship. Thekla, of course, overcoming Chris Statler. 2 out of 3 falls. Springboard, phenomenal forearm. Connects by Will Ospreay. Now on the cover. Hooks the far leg and gets a 2 count. So far, no signs of wear, tear, fatigue, or fear, guys, on Will Ospreay at all in this match.
No, he's looking like. I mean, there's always that fear, right? Well, there's always that fear, right? That like I said, this is Toni trusting Blake to try to be as safe as you can, and go out there and work, right?
We know Blake
people
Christian
coming off a long injury like that tend to question themselves, and the fact that he can come back like that and don't have doubt says a lot of character.
Yeah, but again, it's the mental and the physical battle. Which one is Will Ospreay facing more right now is the real question. And really, we don't know that because we're not in the ring and we're not Will Ospreay. Blake Christian right now in control. And imagine what it would do with Blake Christian's career to beat Will Ospreay on his comeback match. We're talking about a former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, United States Champion, Rev Pro Champion. You name it, Will Ospreay's done. He's already been AEW International Champion here in this company alone, not once but twice.
His stock would rise. Woo. Tremendously.
Also coming tonight, the Death Riders, Wheeler Yuta and John Moxley will be going up against the Bang Bang Gang in tag team action. Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and A Stars. We will also hear from Swerve Strickland regarding his win against Brody King and the return of the cleaner, Kenny Omega. Walking Sabazaguri, Irish Whip, handspring, corkscrew kick. How the hell does Ospreay do that?
I don't know, pure athleticism.
No signs of ring rust. Rolls in the cover, hook the near leg, gets a 2 count. Again, Ospreay is just fucking amazing.
Ooh.
Definitely. I don't think he's lost a step at all.
Now hoisting up Blake Christian. Oh, God. X-Plex release. Also the coming tonight trios match. Kazuchika Okada and Roppongi Vice taking on the Young Bucks and the new AEW National Champion, Jungle Jack Perry. Step up double stomp by Blake Christian as Will Ospreay rolls to the outside. Now Blake Christian again up and over, looking to continue the offense, running off the apron and sliding in for the DDT tornado variation. Again, working over that head and neck, the focal point right now of Will Ospreay's comeback. Springboard, 450 connects, cover, 2 count only.
Anybody notice the ring mat?
Yeah. And Elite Wrestling, Logan. Oh!
Every move.
Again with the cover, deep hook of the leg, and a 2 count.
Every move to the neck and head area just makes me shiver.
Yeah. No, the reason why I say that is because it seems like AEW has gone under another logo change. Because remember, it just said AEW, right, on the mat. Now they have the All Elite Wrestling on it, too.
Well, it's almost like a clean, pristine, fresh start for AEW and what it truly stands for, beyond the fact they say this is where the best wrestling. You could argue that till the cows come home. Looking for a slice spread out of the corner. Ospreay would escape. Full Nelson applied. Went for the hook kick. Like Christian ducks underneath. Waistlock applied. Back elbow strike. Went for the heel kick. Bang! Step up knee strike by Blake Christian. Good grief. And up and over the slice spread.
It could be related to their
count only.
It could be related to their new streaming service. So they changed the logo of the.
Well, I mean, again, if you want to learn what all the wrestling is about, you can subscribe to My AEW today and look at AEW and Ring of Honor content and literally look at All Elite Wrestling's beginning as a live stream every Dynamite in order. Now, Blake Christian looking to show Ospreay live what a hidden blade really looks like, mocking the bruv. Look at the sandbag. Oh, man, gets wiped out on a running. Good God.
Jesus.
Boom! Cover! 2! Will Ospreay fucking wins, and damn, it feels good to say that.
It's the last time you got to say that.
I can't tell you last time I got to say that. It's singles action nonetheless, and a fine return to form for the All Elite bruv. At the spinal fusion neck surgery, Will Ospreay returns to AEW in fine fashion to in-ring action, overcoming Blake Christian. Again, it's still a little early to judge.
Gotta give Blake credit. Made him look good.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It looks like Ospreay's got a mic. Let's hear from the bruv. Yeah, we blame Miston too. I don't know a person who didn't.
Right.
Let's see what we've got to see here. You know, the microphones even have the All Elite Wrestling logo in full with the branding.
It's got to be the My AEW thing.
Yeah. Well, again, Sky today. Moxley. Calling out John Moxley.
John Moxley. That's a dangerous to go to if that's going to be your second opponent.
The difference between him and you.
The biggest difference.
I don't need a weapon to snap someone's neck. I do it with my bare fucking hands. Damn. Okay, so he is the weapon.
Damn.
Can anyone say revenge? I know Ospreay's brave, but at the end of the day, we know that John Moxley has a militia that literally follows him everywhere he goes. This may not be wise.
Since when does it say his name and he appears?
Nick, you were about to say something, I think, in conjunction with that.
Yep.
Because here comes John Moxley and Willa Yuta, who are in tag team action. And again, like I said, John Moxley was the one that took Will Ospreay on in the first place. And of course, we saw this past Sunday, John Moxley continue to hold on to the Continental Championship. Oh, shit! And Ospreay attacked!
Bro!
I mean, again, when you literally were put on the injury reserve, figuring that you couldn't do this again, why would you not go after that man with the fury of 10,000 gods? Damn! The one person that Will Ospreay has yet to beat, by the way, the one person he's been longing for revenge more than anyone else in this world, and now Will Ospreay is actually it again with the Continental Champion. Ospreay enraged here. Now, Moxley,
I don't remember seeing a side of Ospreay like this.
Oh, my back! Oh, man! The bastard back with a boot right to the face and the bridge of the nose. I mean, again, and right now, trapped in the brutalizer, and this is not great for Ospreay's neck and shoulders. This is the danger I was talking about before, folks.
Mm-hmm.
There's big concerns right here. And again, I do want to do Ospreay come back prematurely. Now officials and security trying to break the bastard's grip.
And you got to remember,
sustains further injury.
And you got to remember what's Moxley's finisher, a paradigm shift that all the impact was on that neck and shoulder.
Double underhook DDT, to your point, that literally collapses your vertebrae on your head and neck. And Ospreay might have far worse right now than a Stinger right now. You see the way he's clutching right now, his shoulder. Again, to Nick's point, adaptability is key. There's duality right now. Will Ospreay, yes, he still has the speed, but can he still deliver that same fury and offense that we know him for with the injuries coming back from? And Pop might have further exaggerated it.
Hell yeah, Pac it in.
Well, shots fired early. Meanwhile, guns up! Let's go ahead and move forward, folks, here with our card. Hopefully Will Ospreay's okay. Anyone want to guess we're going to get Will Ospreay versus Pac this Saturday on Collision, not next week on Dynamite? Go ahead.
Most likely.
No, I think we get on Dynamite.
You think Dynamite?
Nah, I think Collision so that he can get through each Death Rider. He's going to have a bunch of one-on-ones.
And you were saying,
it ain't over.
I'm about to say, don't count out Will Ospreay, apparently, immediately jumping into the bastard's arms in his face. And right now, we're still brawling here. And again, Ospreay and Pop now going backstage. Nothing's going to stop Ospreay at this point from getting his hands on Jon Moxley eventually. Good grief. Let's try and restore some law and order here. All right,
He's gonna have to go through all the. He's gonna have to go through all the Death Riders. That's why I say Pac and Collision next Dynamite. Maybe Willer Yuta, and then, or I would do Yuta on Collision and then Pac on Dynamite. But he's gonna have to get through each of them.
That's a fair shoot, though.
I
think,
I don't see why we're doing. It seems like we've effectively moved on from Death Riders and Don Callis family. So it seems like we're now feuding Death Riders.
Oh boy.
And Bang Bang Gang.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't it a feud, or at the end of the day, is this about one thing? Isn't it about Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay? Because you look at Jon Moxley right now, he's not a plethora which has happened. Not to mention, one of his few eliminators that he had outside his defenses, Nick, was against Ace Austin. And Ace came pretty darn close to the clock.
My only thing is, why are we doing this now with the Riders and the Bang Bang Gang? So my only question now becomes is Jay ready to come back?
Yeah, I'm about to say we've been questioning that for a long time.
I would have had a heart attack if he came back on Revolution because it was too much.
Well, right? I mean, you say, do we see? This is starting that match. This is starting the show, right?
Technically.
Do we see Jay come back, and do we do, Jay and Will kind of going back and forth, see who's gonna get Moxley first? Do we get?
Yeah, that's a fair shout, because let's not forget when Jon Moxley first seized the AEW World Championship, it was Jay White who was also a part of that conversation. Cover hook in the far leg by Juice, gets a 2 count on Yuta. And again, we never got Jay White versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship in singles action. And the Switchblade also owes a victory long in the past against Jon Moxley. In fact, Switchblade Jay White was one of Jon Moxley's first losses in his first Continental Classic. Yeah,
all right, imagine Will versus Jay at Dynamite at Dynasty for the right to challenge Jon Moxley.
I mean, again, what is Dynasty going to be defined by besides the AEW Men's World Championship and the AEW Women's World Championship? And speaking of which, we don't know what's next for Thekla on the Triangle of Madness. Is Chris Statlander completely out of the picture, or is Chris Statlander still on her mission to terminate Thekla and her accomplices? Still a whole lot more what ifs to come here at AEW Dynamite, and what's going to feel like, again, a pyramid in its own right. And this is the fallout from the freaking pyramid this past Sunday. Looking for the DDT. Juice Robinson, though, able to get leverage. Grabbing his leg inside Jon Moxley's, now going after the core here. And of course, Juice Robinson coming back from injury as well last year at All In, alongside his Bang Gang brethren, tag made to the inevitable Ace Austin. Again, we don't know any real clear direction right now. We don't even know when the Owen Hart Foundation tournament is going to shape out to be. And Dynasty can give us a preview of that. Still a lot more what is. We know Double or Nothing will be in New York this year for the first time ever. Taking down the knees. Kick to the top of the spine. Ace Austin again. So fluid. Former multiple-time SWJ champion. Great approach here by notable Ace Austin. And with a Yuta, catch a rising knee strike up in the fireman's carry. Hey, look. Yuta's bald in case y'all don't know. Not just squatting. Oh! With the former Ring of Honor Pure champion. And John Moxley, like we talked about before, successful defense against the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita at Reveloution with a frog flop by Ace Austin, wiping the champion out. Incredible body control by Ace Austin. Oh man, and unit from behind drives to the steel ring steps. Never take your eyes off of Death Rider. Death Rider's Bandmaker continues here as we go to Restaurant Quality Perazzle on Picture Fuck Television. And shout out to the Rich Rose Beyond Perazzle, who will be defending the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship this coming Ring of Honor Thursday night against Billy Starks. We're going to take more than one arm this time. Again, stay tuned, folks.
I'm still not used to the ball head, dude.
Still not used to the ball head. Well, you better get used to it. Again, still to come tonight, folks. Dunk Silla Mart Davis goes one-on-one with 1/3 of the new AEW Trios champions, Speedball Mike Bailey. And again, Time Story Storm has been, ironically enough, taken out backstage. It will be Mina Shirakawa stepping up against the Primary Fair No Holds Barred. And Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd go one-on-one in a coffin match for the first time ever. This will be Darby Allin's 6th coffin match in his AEW career. And he's only lost one of them.
It's going to be nuts.
And shout out to City by the Bay. Appreciate you always. Also giving some love to Walter. Again, subscribe today, folks. Rage Wrestling, Walter Cruz. And again, follow our Canadian friend here, Nick, at Nick Belief F12, Nick Belief 12, of course, on the X. A great, of course, partner here at the Simply Reliable Studios. And shout out to Polar Mania again in that end of San Antonio. Follow him on the X. Get your tickets today for that all-women's professional wrestling showcase to happen during WrestleMania week in Las Vegas. Also, the coming night trios action. Jungle Jack Perry, the new AEW National Champion, alongside the Young Bucks, taking on Kazuchika Okada and Roppongi Vice. And right now, John Moxley, Lego, Paul Turner getting a 1 count here.
I honestly wanted him to win that title on a one-on-one match. It's okay to win in a battle royal, but I think it would have meant more something, because Ricochet's always going to have that excuse that he was already at a disadvantage. Excuse or not, you lost the title, but I would have loved to see that on a. Even if it was just a Dynamite, not a pay-per-view, if he lost that title on a one-on-one match.
I can understand what you mean from that point, but the way I see it is this. Jungle Jack Perry has been on the hunt for this road to his own redemption. And it happened, ironically enough, in a building that he grew up watching wrestling with his father, of course, now passed away, late great Luke Perry, of course. And in front of his family, it was a fitting story to this saga that's been going on with Ricochet, honestly, since he won the damn title last year, ironically enough, in a casino gauntlet. So to lose it in a multi-person match versus where he won it in one under a different name, I think it's very poetic that the person that took it was Jungle Jack Perry.
Yeah. It was his hometown.
It was, but it was his hometown. But I mean, you've been teasing that one-on-one match for weeks.
Oh man!
To do it in a battle royal.
Go ahead.
I think it was just you did it to get everybody on the show, and sometimes that's not a good thing.
Well, it's always that mixed bag when you put everybody in something and a few people in something. But context is key. And if nothing else, we're going to see Jungle Jack Perry and his Jurassic Express now literally give us a tour, who knows where, with the AEW National Championship. And it all starts tonight on Dynamite. Keep in mind, that National Championship is defended everywhere in any company that works alongside All Elite Wrestling. We saw how many times Ricochet defended it in and out of AEW. And now, I saw us in a world of trouble with the arm hammerlock between John Moxley and this sleeper hold of sorts, this submission being applied. Crossface. Go ahead, Nick. They're doing him favors. I'm about to say, don't choke on your food, bro. Ace Austin almost choked out there, but was able to get to the ropes to force the break.
I do hope we get a rematch. I do hope Ricochet comes out and says, you didn't pin me, because I think that's a good rivalry to have.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm sure. Again, I hope Toni has plans, and I hope just have fun with this.
I think, to your point, Nick, I think Sunday proved to us there are contingencies for many different directions of talents here in the AEW roster, way beyond that battle royale Blackjack Battle Royal, excuse me.
It's still gonna be fun because we might even see Jack Perry in New Japan, CMML. Like that title is meant to be defended in different companies, so it's gonna be fun. He has the lucha style to do it in Mexico. He can wrestle in Japan, so it will be fun.
And Juice has been let loose. And to your point, Walter, not to mention Maple Leaf Pro could be part of that conversation. We'll be covering Global Wars. Bring up on Maple Leaf Pro later on this month, where we have Marvinello and Ian Riccaboni on commentary alongside Don Callis. What a freaking panel.
I can't wait to hear Marlo call wrestling again.
You and me, but well, I watch Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. He still has that same energy, that bipolar rock and roller. Literally keeps on drumming and going. And he and Don Callis have a quite a unique synergy, both Canadian as well. So, of course, that works there. Again, folks, you can watch Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, of course, on Triller TV. That promotion is owned by former TNA president Scott Moore. Currently, the champion, of course, for the women is Joshelle Shaw, the quintessential diva. Dale Garcia, what the hell is he doing here? He's not involved in this match. Oh, wait a minute.
Juice was on a roll.
Oh, well, I got the Bang Bang game to neutralize the numbers for the time being. Big left hand by Juice.
That is his father's son.
I don't like Juice and Trunks.
Okay, that's a random thought. A young boy probably. Oh, man. Big left hand again. Clock Yuta. And Juice hoisting up Yuta. Power bomb. High stack. Cover. Two. Kick out.
I'm just jealous that Juice gets these Tony's husband.
Yeah, by the way, can you still believe that, yes, folks, that is correct. Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and Timeless Tony Storm are a couple. You would not think so from the paradigms with those two. And Ace Austin now to the top rope. Oh, caught the knee from Yuta.
I think the back of his neck hit the knee pads.
Tag. And John Moxley now legal. And that is horrible right there. Talking about again, Will Ospreay. And the wrist, of course, your head and neck against John Moxley. Nice evasive maneuver there by Ace Austin, escaping the rear naked choke. John Moxley torso first. And now the corner goes Ace with the rolling kick. Zaguri once again rocks John Moxley. And right now, Ace might be looking to show the hands in the sleeve. Looking for the phone. Oh, man, that's Psycho knee. Wow, interception by Wheeler Yuta. Yuta taking to the outside, but rebound. And Cottage Crusher goes Juice. Juice Robinson right now neutralized, and Wheeler Yuta wiping him out on the outside. Tope Suicida nearly had a horrible decision there. And John Moxley right now hooking up Ace Austin. Paradigm shift! Death Rider! Two, it's academic. John Moxley with the win.
I still call it Paradigm Shift my damn self.
Yeah, you might as well call that
the same damn move.
Death Rider is more poetic because that move you go for a ride you wish you didn't win on. And it's not the friggin' flight that hurts the landing. John Moxley and Wheeler Yuta to win this tag exhibition tonight. Again, to John Moxley, how will Ospreay at his sights?
Doesn't matter what we call it. I call it a victory. That's what you need to call it.
Yeah, call it you want. I call it effective. Again, you almost wondered to Will Ospreay if he saw that. Did he look at, again, a ghost of his past?
And Austin was spiked, too. And if that happens to Will Ospreay, you're just one move away from possibly re-injuring it or ending your career. So,
I mean, at one point,
always a risk.
If Edge didn't get surgery, he could have become permanently handicapped. But again, like I said, there has not been a more definitive title that has defined John Moxley's mentality in pro wrestling than the Continental Championship. And right now, Will Ospreay might need to die if he wants to take that from John Moxley's grip.
It could become a cup soon.
Again, everything's going to boil over here tonight, including Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin's rivalry that might reach a point of no return. As again, Gabe Kidd said, this doesn't end until you're pushing up daisies.
I'm afraid of this match. I really am.
Well, considering who we're dealing with, and one is literally a cerebral mental case that once ended his life nearly, you very well might be supported in your suspension of disbelief of fear for both these men's well-being. The definition of living for the fight and living like every day is your last in this life. That is Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd, as one survived their own demons and the other one survived Mount Everest. Oh boy. Darby Allin was looking to move away from his past to go after the AEW Men's World Championship. But Gabe Kidd will stop at nothing till Darby Allin is literally taken out of his existence. 7-7 is going to be our main event. Uh-oh. Speaking of.
I was going to say, I don't think that's our main event.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Oh, shit, you're right.
It's up next.
Oh, Lord, as we go to full-on commercial break. Fuck television. Does anyone want to read their last rites and give their final thoughts towards this match? Nick, I'll go to you first. Oh, boy.
If this is not the main event, then what are we main eventing with?
Good question.
Probably MJF.
The Bucks?
Well, I mean, Kazuchika Okada on the other side, but also the aspect of Toni Storm mysteriously taken out right now is the big what-if angle of who did it. Then again, we are in California, not too far away from Los Angeles, where a certain person going to fight Gianna in May. I'm just saying, just saying. But again, Walter, though, to your point, though, what the fuck is it going to take to put one of these two men in a coffin?
I don't know, but we might be just a few minutes away from a funeral.
Yeah, I'm about to say, someone read their last rites. Again, like I said, Darby Allin, though, again, guys, he's defined every coffin match in AEW's history. And he's only lost one. Remember, the one he lost was literally, put in a body bag, knocked out with a knee on the other side of the world by freaking former negative EVP follower Jack Perry, who tried to light him on fire, might I add.
Yeah.
Dude, what hasn't Darby been through?
I just saw that. I just am watching the timeless Toni Storm beatdown.
Yeah, about to say.
Bleeding.
Yeah, and she was literally knocked the fuck out, dude. You want to take a guess who did it?
Yeah, I think we got. There's only one person I think would be.
That's why that's probably the main event, because then Ronda Rousey's gonna pop up.
We already saw, we know what they're going with Mox and Ospreay. I wonder what else they are going to, what else are we going to set up for Dynasty?
Right, because again, a lot of what is, like I said, this is the reset. We're starting back from ground zero.
Yeah, and you got 4 weeks, right? So
exactly.
Let's kind of get the wheels in motion of what we're gonna do, right?
Well, to that point, Nick, you almost wonder if Dynasty is going to be a buffer for even something bigger, because Double or Nothing is literally the genesis of AEW's beginning. It is their foundation of their company's history. So I do wonder what Dynasty could foretell versus what could be crowned. Again, I think Dynasty is a lot more of a to be continued than Reveloution. Reveloution just lays the groundwork.
And we know, look, Rousey is training for an MMA fight. She's not going to leave the state of California. The fact that both these shows were in Cali, one in LA, one in Fresno, she's probably still there because she don't just get taken away from her training camp. So she can pop up tonight very easily.
Well, speaking of who's back here and who's still here in AEW, let's hear from Kenny Omega.
Well,
roll the dice.
Yeah.
Right there you are. Take him risk.
You still talking about Swerve, dude? He already proved it's dangerous. I'm sorry. He beat you, bro.
Got nothing to fear. You against me. One more time. For everything. Winner. Because no one contender.
Interesting.
Oh. So Kenny Omega calling out Swerve Strickland for one more match to determine AEW Men's World Championship number one contendership.
With all this,
you've already done it on Dynamite. That I think you need to build for
a pay-per-view
Dynasty. That has to be a Dynasty match.
Well, the ball's in Swerve's court, because to your point, Swerve Strickland has already beaten the man one-on-one emphatically, but we all knew after that aftermath, Kenny Omega was not going to leave this behind. And hopefully, this Coffin will leave one of these two men left behind in this rivalry as we get ready for this Coffin match. And folks, this is Darby Allin's 7th Coffin match in his career.
With all this world's most dangerous talk and all this, anybody want to see them go one-on-one and then
So, I mean,
Ken's
if we're getting that at Dynasty,
I don't know, but I want Ken Shamrock to be the special guest referee. He's the world's most dangerous man, is he not?
I don't know. Well, I'm about to say who's more reckless might be the question. As Darby Allin just trying to hit and run, and Gabe and Darby Allin are not having a parking lot fight, but are they fighting over a fucking car hood after powerbombing Darby Allin here?
Yeah, he's choking him out in the hood already.
Yeah,
oh my!
Guys, Gabe Kidd literally yelling at him. It's time again. Which one of these men is more of a freaking psycho at this point?
I don't know, but I'm afraid because there's
your
forklift
guess
right
is as
there.
good as mine, buddy.
That's
They're both equally fucked in there.
Is he gonna light him on fire? What the fuck is that?
That's chloroform. He's chloroforming it again. Remember, he did that in Philly where he literally dragged him behind a damn car, damn truck, and a body bag in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he just got dropped off. Is that Jeep far away? Like,
I don't know, but okay. Well, Darby Allin has officially put Gabe Kidd in the back of his fucking car. In the trunk.
In a Lincoln. What is that, a Lincoln? Yeah,
like
in the trunk of a Lincoln.
Okay. Well, there's nothing luxurious about this.
I fucking love Darby.
I think that Jeep's going to come and sideswipe it or something.
Darby Allin right now on the move. Oh my God! What the fuck?
Stunt guy.
Just literally up the car on 2 wheels and turn it upside down.
And he was still in the trunk.
And you're still in the car. Shit.
What the fuck is wrong with Darby?
He just climbed out.
Again, the man's going to live every day like it's his last, because that's what AEW has given him, freedom. Surviving his father nearly killing him when he was 6 years old. There's nothing that this man won't put his body through.
You did yourself a disservice, though. You got to put this man in a coffin, not the back of a trunk.
Well, if nothing else, Gabe Kidd might be out cold, because you got to imagine he was bouncing around in that trunk on impact. As I was saying earlier, folks, the trunk just, there's a, I don't even know what to say.
He popped the trunk and this dude is just out.
Yeah, the first Coffin match Darby Allin had was in 2012 against All Evil and Page, followed against Andrade, Brody King, a tag team Coffin match, and All In London 2023. The last Coffin match that Darby Allin was involved in, he's actually 4 into. He lost against John Moxley at All Out 2025 last year.
I was there.
From a trunk to a chest.
Oh, I remember that coffin. Hey, honey, you remember the coffin match?
Are we going to have a Coffin match at this point? Like, seriously.
No, we went from a trunk to a chest. I hope that was near the arena because you damaged your vehicle. This is a long walk, if anything.
Oh, hey, they're employed by State Farm, right? Well, now we don't know where Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd are. So, again,
I don't know. I don't think anyone in their
you're
right mind.
You're afraid of this for a reason, and they're trying to wait a minute. Are they here?
No one would ever insure
Darby. They are. They're in the building. So that was near the building, to your point, Walter. As Darby Allin is literally stage crate rolling an unconscious Gabe Kidd to the ramp.
Well, to be fair, they probably pre-taped that other part, and then now they're doing this.
The coffin match has officially begun. The bell has rung. For those that don't know, a coffin match ends when you put your opponent inside the coffin and close the damn lid.
This might be the shortest coffin match in history because Gabe Kidd is out.
Yeah, literally, Gabe Kidd. I mean, again, he literally was part of a blind car wreck. Now, Darby Allin with a skateboard. I don't know if Nick's phone's exploding. Nick, you all right, bro? What happened?
Walter, speak.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you. Okay, before I couldn't hear you, that's why.
Oh, okay, weird. The technology, guys. We're live, pal. Anyway.
Wait. Is that a straight jacket he just pulled out of there?
Yeah. Straight jacket, skateboard, and we got a steel chair. This is not going to end well
He's
for you.
already out. What much more do you need to do?
He don't give a fuck. He wants a definitive end. And it takes more than that. Remember, Gabe Kidd was once in a psychiatric ward, believe it or not, folks.
I mean, I can't see Clark and what's his face not come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, because we know that Gabe Kidd, he's got dogs. Oh,
Who knows if the dogs are in the who knows if the
Well,
dogs...
you gotta assume that it was Finley and them that dropped them off in the Jeep.
You bring up a point. Well, right now, Gabe Kidd is trapped inside a straitjacket. Only Darby Allin would know how to literally tie up one of those.
Darby is diagnosed him as psychotic, and he needs to be in a padded room.
I would laugh if somebody opens up that case and fucking
David Finley's in there.
Yeah, somebody's in there.
Oh, and a low blow as his legs was free. And driving Darby head first in the steel ring steps.
Oh, he hit him right in the little Darby's. Oh.
But I'm saying, it looks like a Gabe Kidd's head split open. Just over the right eye.
And wait, he could take that back off because you're in a straitjacket. You're supposed to wrap your arms around so they can't move their arms.
That's a
Darby
good point.
screwed up.
Yeah, Darby Allin didn't do that. He didn't fully restrain Gabe Kidd, and he might pay for it.
Gabe Kidd looks fucking mental.
I'm telling you, I need to see Darby in a padded room match. Just make it up. Just do it.
Walter, I fear that Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin, and Darby's been busted wide open, folks. I repeat, Darby Allin's been busted wide open. I fear that Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin would find a way to destroy each other in a padded room.
Just do a cinematic. I'm gonna put it on X. Somebody put it. You need to do a cinematic straight padded room match or a straight jacket match or something.
A sane asylum match.
Yeah.
A literal asylum match. Is the Coffin. I think that's the only Coffin, by the way, at ringside. Again, pushing up daisies. Darby's hands right now stuck on the inside of this pre-made Coffin. Oh, God!
He's
smashing his fingers.
This little piggy, they all got scored.
As this Coffin match continues in Restaurant Claudia Brazil Picture. Fuck television. Stay tuned, folks. This is going to get more play in the world's end.
I was trying to say crush and squish at the same time, and I don't know what word came out.
and Walter's brain's more broken than Gabe Kidd, and that's scary. And right now, Gabe Kidd. Remember how bloody and violent this got at World's End under a normal match stipulation, folks? I'm just saying.
Bro. Sunday, we just came off a freaking Texas death match. And now, Wednesday, we got to deal with a Coffin match. What the hell?
The two certified nutcases.
But I do hope that at the end of this is over between them three. I think the dogs need to move on to the trios titles. And I think Darby needs to do something else.
Well, remember, Nick, what Darby wanted to do. Gabe Kidd's the one that started this. Darby felt like, I beat every Death Rider. I can finally move on. He wants to go after the AEW World Championship. And let's not forget the last time that MJF and Darby Allin faced each other one-on-one. It was a headlock takeover at Full Gear that defined, might I add, their only ever singles match.
Darby was supposed to get a title match, but Moxley stole that opportunity away from him.
Well, that was last year or 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. AEW All Out, like I said, you were there live, Nick. That was Darby Allin's last casket match, and he lost against John Moxley, faced the return of the Death Rider prop, but as we saw, he did not quit. Through glass and freaking drowning, Darby Allin survived and forced John Moxley to say, I quit, and John Moxley's never the same again, and Darby Allin was free.
Yes, that was a great Coffin match.
Yeah, Wrestle, about to say, you would know, mister, I was there live. Lucky, damn it, lucky. And again, Gabe Kidd right now, making Hannibal Lecter look sane.
He brought Darby bad luck. The only time he lost was in front of
It's probably accurate. Think about the most deranged horror figures you ever heard of in cinema, and Gabe Kidd might be more certifiably insane than all of them that were acting it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin up in the corner here. This dog's the definition of rabid. Gabe Kidd right now as we are back for AEW Dynamite, folks. Again, this is a Cat's Coffin match here between Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd. This is Darby Allin's seventh, Coffin match in his career. He is currently 4-2. I'll take a bite out of Gabe Kidd's head. Well, you shouldn't be surprised by that.
Dude, he bit like a chunk out of him. You saw what he spit out? What the
Yeah, about to say, this is Darby Allin we're talking about, and oh my gosh.
Dude, he just did a cold red from the Gabe is so out of it he can't even lay down. Look, he literally knocked him out standing up or sitting up. Take a look at the replay.
This crowd is mess. You hear this crowd is chanting, "We want tables."
I mean, you know, we are masochistic.
The only thing we missing. We had enough wood with the freaking coffin.
To be fair, that's the only coffin right now I see at ringside, and somehow has not been destroyed. What happens if that coffin can't be closed properly? And it looks like now Darby Allin has braced Gabe Kidd's arms. And Gabe Kidd, again, still trying to fight back and release them.
Going for a scorpion death drop?
I think that's exactly it. Scorpion death drop from Darby Allin, passed down from the icon himself to Darby Allin.
Oh my God, he's still not trying to drag him to the coffin. What are you doing now?
Let me remind you that both these men are recovering from what Darby Allin did prior to this match in a freaking car stunt.
Is he doing a coffin drop off the rope or something? What is he doing?
Well, he's doing nothing now after the referee was pushing the ropes and Darby Allin's base removed from underneath him.
Second nut shot of the day.
Now, Gabe Kidd somehow has Darby Allin up on the shoulders. Oh, running power slam.
He did a running power slam with all shoulders,
no hands,
no arms.
Yeah, again, tell me what Gabe Kidd's not capable of. I'll wait. Jumping against Aguri right now. Somehow Gabe Kidd just keeps finding he lives for the fight. We know that's Walter. We covered him and freaking Kenny Omega at Wrestle Dynasty last year.
Dude, I swear I was watching AEW, not GCW, man. Between Sunday and this, sheesh.
I'm about to say. Again, right now, Darby Allin needs to find a way to quickly turn this around. Good to see Papa Gino again. What's good, brother? Again, folks, subscribe to Papa Gino and go check out our predictions post-mortem that we literally did prior to this stream. And now Gabe Kidd, Darby Allin.
This wood's going to be red in a minute.
And I'm about to say, right now, I don't know if that wood's been fine sand or splintered removed. And again, by the nose now of Gabe Kidd. The Savage will not die. Neither of these men will. Freaking Nick went all out last year, and these two fucking psychos going all out tonight in this coffin match.
Jesus, he anywhere you can bite, he bit already. The head, the nose.
Again, this match does not end until one man is inside with the lid slammed shut on their entire body.
Oh, God, he's got his skateboard.
Gabe came out and said, oh, and it's in the midsection. Oh, God, and well ain't over the back.
And Gabe Kidd is at a disadvantage. He has no arms. He can't put his hands up, nothing.
Yeah, there's no protection.
No.
Coffin
but
drop.
This is what I'm saying. I wonder.
Oh,
you have to think that Connors and Finley are there. No.
Yeah,
they literally dropped him off.
Well, do they sense urgency here at this point, or do they sense weakness? What are the dogs about? Again, what's their MO? Bring gold or bring bodies?
Yeah, but Gabe could have told them, stay away. Let me handle this.
Yeah, that's very true. Gabe is a very prideful man, as we know. Single leg kick creates separation between Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd. And
that's
again,
a freaking understatement, Darren.
In a straight jacket. That's accurate, Darren G. Oh! The belt taking out the legs of Gabe Kidd. That studded belt. Oh, no. And Darby Allin right now looking for that Lope. Pull that jump into Cena. And that's it. That's it.
Oh, shit. He tope'd him right into the coffin.
Wow.
Okay.
Definitive finish right there.
At least there's a breathing hole.
That battering ram, Darby Allin literally rammed Gabe Kidd into that coffin and closed it shut on impact.
I'm scared this ain't over. I'm scared this ain't over, Noah, because the coffin is completely wood. I feel like he's going to set it on fire.
Look, let's not give ideas. We're in California. They have fire restrictions, and Gabe Kidd was the one to ask for this. I must remind you all of that. Darby Allin, though, has to have some sense of relief in his crazy muddled mind. These two little monsters here
Where do you go
Tearing
from
each other
here?
apart. Well,
You
let's
can't
find out,
go-
Nick. Darby's got a
you can't-
mic.
Why? Why are they giving this man a mic?
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
we're finally free. That's
Okay.
what Darby's got to say.
Dude, he can barely move his hand.
So that's where we're going. Okay.
Now I'm
Until
gonna
I see the
Whoa.
God or the AEW championship, I won't stop.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's calling out MJF.
Mhm.
Oh! Well, you answered your own
Shit.
question, Nick, and I even talked about it. Darby Allin said he is removed from his past and looks towards the future, and that future now has in his sights the AEW World Championship.
Now,
So-
is this Darby's destiny?
So Dynasty will revolve. If we're led to believe, Dynasty will be revolved around Max.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Swerve is saying something.
I'm about to say, he did call out Swerve Strickland, as we know. Swerve Strickland's already been called out by Kenny Omega. Again, we're going to hear from Swerve Strickland.
He's going to give
later
him a
tonight.
counter offer. He said, how about this counter offer? But continue, Nick.
Well, no, I'm saying you're pretty much. We've got Swerve and Omega, Ospreay, Mox, Darby, MJF. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I'm about to say. But in the meantime, Luchasaurus, of course, who's still not medically clear to compete, as Jungle Jack Perry right now is preparing to hop aboard the Jurassic Express as we get ready for this trios match to come here.
This wasn't even advertised, man. It couldn't get no graphics.
That's all right, dude. It's AEW Dynamite. This type of stuff does happen sometimes. Oh, look, a squirrel.
Squirrel!
Luchasaurus is like, oh, come on.
The bus is waiting on you, buddy.
All aboard. How fitting Jurassic Express have their own Jurassic Express to ride across the country.
Oh, they went back into the old school bus. Not in Cali. There's no AC in them things.
no, I ain't seeing the things. You would know out there in California as they're driving down what's the 405 prior to Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Finally pulling up to the building.
Yeah, he could drive one armed.
Well, I mean, you know, what's a dinosaur can't do, especially when he has a master's degree.
Dude, I'm mad that the stop sign is still on this school bus on the side.
Oh, brother. Jack Perry with his friend and New Gold. Talking about Resident picking up from his family.
That's a good looking title, dude.
That's an homage to the NWA World Championship. Speaking of two guys, there's the Young Bucks showing the scars of battle from this past Sunday.
They couldn't get the job done Sunday, but at least Perry did.
I mean, hell, it was a hell of a battle, though, to clinch the series. Now FTR are 3-2 against the Young Bucks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to face C squared soon.
Well, in the meantime, Jungle Jack Prairie and the Young Bucks prepare for trios action against Kazuchika Okada and Punky Vice. But coming up next, Spiel My Berry versus Dunk Mart Davis after this commercial break. Fuck television.
One-armed Lucha is still. I mean, Luchasaurus is still dangerous, dude.
So let's just call it what we see, right? We couldn't see Gabe Kidd through that little hole, but do we really think Gabe Kidd is done with Darby Allin at this point? Do we really think this is over with? I mean, he did bullet him into the coffin, but it wasn't like, you know, pushing up daisies. He's gonna rise back from the dead and probably more freaking savage than ever, or rabid.
I didn't know California gives driver licenses to dinosaurs, though.
I guess anyone can drive in this bizarre country, especially in California.
I feel like they.
Go ahead, Nick.
I feel like they need to. It's over. Let go their separate ways. Let Darby go after MJF.
And let the dogs go after the trio titles.
Yeah, I think we're done with it. Let it rest.
In peace.
In peace. Ah, he got me. I was saying.
I'll beat you to it. But Nick, you heard what Darby Allin said. Clearly, he wants to go after the AEW World Championship. We talked about his long-term kids too with MJF that went hugely in hiatus. And he also called out Swerve Strickland. And we know that Swerve and Darby, those two are the definition of dangerous in AEW. And Swerve obviously wants to go after the title as well. And Kenny Omega with a counteroffer here. This could result in a triple threat.
Yep. I mean, Darby is still old from 2 years ago. He's old, this man. Moxley stole this from him.
That's fair, to be fair. You're saying that he stole like a whole year of Darby Allin's life, it sounded like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was supposed to be Darby that get that title shot, and then freaking Moxley comes along.
Yeah.
And freaking driving him down a flight of stairs. Well, it seems like Jon Moxley and Darby Allin are both finally going their separate ways. Jon Moxley has to worry about Will Ospreay, and Darby Allin right now wants to make sure that MJF is his top priority, but so does Swerve Strickland and Kenny Omega. Speaking of, what do we all feel about Kenny Omega's counteroffer here to run it back one more time? Nick, you were very defiant in saying that should be built up a little more. So now you got Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, and Darby Allin at the forefront of the AEW Championship conversation. How do you think they should handle that?
You gotta do Kenny and Swerve at Dynasty. That's Swerve's pay-per-view. I mean, to have that anywhere else but there, I think it's needed, right? Because again, usually when you build up your cards, you're really building it up around really 3 or 4 matches, and everything else is kind of centered around it. So right now, if we look at it, we have MJF and Darby, Will and Mox, and then Kenny Swerve as your kind of like 3 big matches. We're good. Give it to me.
Well, let's go ahead and hear from the most dangerous man in AEW as Prince Nana is about to introduce Swerve Strickland. So maybe Swerve will give Kenny Omega an answer to his offer, and might also have something to say regarding
counter.
Darby Allin.
Swerve said he was going to give a counter offer. Man, this most dangerous stuff they've been talking. Like, I noticed Prince Nana hasn't even been doing the dance since they started this shit.
It's all serious games here, man. We ain't playing around anymore. Swerve is here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to get back the AEW World Championship.
Fortunately, I don't think somebody who's been champ before is going to dethrone MJF. It's time to get some new blood in there. It might be Darby.
Well, Darby would be up first. Kyle Fletcher also, of course, has been confronted by MJF. Again, there is so many freaking names you can put in the conversation, and I still don't think we've seen all of them yet. Oh, boy.
That's all you get out of me without super chat.
As here comes the most dangerous man, self-proclaimed in all elite wrestling, the victorious Swerve Strickland, who beat Brody King.
Well,
this guy that came back from injury, of course, last year at Full Gear, set his sights on one thing and one thing only.
Can you imagine if Ken Shamrock gets involved in this world's most dangerous storyline?
Gives a freaking, 2 cents or so. Go ahead, Nick.
I wonder what this counter, the only thing that Kenny has that you could counter offer it would be his EVP title.
Oh, I feel like the counter is going to be, how about you kiss my ass and get to the back of the line? I already beat you.
I'm about to say, I mean, again, but Kenny Omega is still alive and kicking it. He stops for Strickland from injuring Brody King this past weekend. Again, though, we saw what Swerve was willing to do, though, to beat Kenny Omega and what Swerve needed to do to beat Brody King. So who knows what this man's willing to do to get to the AEW World Championship and remove any opposition from the equation, including Kenny Omega. Spotlight on Swerve Strickland here tonight.
I'm going to get quiet. Let Noah do the translation.
Well, I'll do my best with it, but this is one of the flaws with TV wrestling. Translating a promo. Again, Swerve, man, a few words. Oh, boy.
Damn, he's serious, though.
He's been serious. Okay. Wasn't war. Talking about the war of Brody King this past Sunday.
He keeps talking about power. I think you're right about the DVP thing, Nick.
True winners of war are the ones with power. Candy for you. Of course, he enjoyed being Brody King from his home state. Like I said, City Bars Wrestling Academy. Probably do it slides elsewhere.
I
Sometimes
think
Power's still
Nick.
more important than championships. Yeah, I think Nick's on to something.
Yep.
I swear. I know I'm ahead, but I did not see this coming.
Talking about dealing with Power when he was trying to run independence. Developmental. Yeah, I wonder what he's talking about there. And to your point, Walter, last year at Dynasty, the Young Bucks interfered in Swerve Strickland's match, where he very well could have become a double world champion again.
True.
Getting Mega very fascinating. I mean, that's me. I'm number contender. Huh. What did the number two be if there's the power to protect it? Kenny Omega's name coming out of Swerve's mouth. What are you thinking, Swerve?
Yeah, I think Nick's on to something. He's thinking of 3 letters. EVP.
You don't have the leverage in this.
Call me the Nostradamus, I swear.
Makes no sense. Taking it to get nothing for it. There's one thing you have to do with me. And that is your power. Uh-oh. I don't want you removed from power. I want your power. What? I'm gonna block on anybody else's face that can get it. Oh boy. Want this rematch? I'm gonna give you pink status! Make this very clear. When I beat you, I, for Strickland, whose house? Swerve's house. We're coming to AEW's new executive vice president. Oh shit. A hostile takeover is on Swerve Strickland's mind, where his lust for gold might outweigh his drive for power. If Kenny Omega wants this rematch, he has to put his EVP status on the line.
Yeah, and then if he wins, he's gonna give himself a title shot whenever he wants.
Exactly, because he will have full power over it.
Wait, that means they're gonna take it from Young Bucks too?
But technically, yeah, because last year we took up in the Young Bucks to go backstage on an apron cat with Speedball Mike Billy, 1/3 of the new AEW Trios champions, now twice. But yeah, Nick, you're around the ball. He wants Kenny Omega's power for himself.
I mean, you don't give that rematch if there's nothing on the line, and the only thing that Kenny has is that EVP status.
No one man should have all that power.
So that's a Swerve Strickland who wants all that power.
I mean, there you go. So I mean, if you're building Dynasty around, that's big.
Talking about Kenny Omega, who became all elite to work at this point. Speaking of that, actually delivers a pretty darn good, motivating promo when you actually let him speak.
That mental toughness.
Mental toughness, and I know a thing or two about that.
A
lot of momentum, though, on the side of Speedball Mike Billy after they beat the Don Callis family. Speaking of, we get ready for singles action here with a guy that has really been impressive since returning from the injury. Dunkzilla, Dangerous, Mart Davis, as we get ready for this singles division. But again, folks, we have to speed. Swerve Strickland wants Kenny Omega's power and wants to become his own EVP. If Kenny Omega wants that rematch, he wants full control over the World Championship picture. That's a dangerous combination for Swerve Strickland to have.
Yep. I mean, most people say it's all about money, power, and respect. I'm sure Swerve already has the money. He's got people's respect. All he's missing is the power.
Well, with power comes leverage. With leverage comes championships. With championships comes possession. Possession, 9/10 of the law. We'll find out if Kenny Omega accepts that counteroffer, and when that match will happen soon enough as we get ready to fight with Speedball Mike Bailey versus Mark Davis. This should be interesting.
Dude, speed versus power is seriously coming up.
And of course, we are talking about 1/3 of the new AEW Trios champions alongside Mystico, as Mystico made history, not only becoming All Elite, but also now a Trios champion in both CMLL and AEW. Jet Speed now 2-time AEW World Trios champions.
They still rocking the Mystical mask.
Going back to that Swerve promo,
Please.
having that stipulation in there, again, it's stakes, right? And there's no better place for a match like that than at Dynasty. I mean, that's a smart move. Now, I mean, does Swerve win? Now, that's the question.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we talked about before the aspect of everyone removed from power, except for Kenny Omega, who has had the most selfless nature with his power. What happens if Swerve Strickland seizes that and removes Kenny Omega altogether?
We're going to get what the Young Bucks used to do when they were a few years ago with all the power.
Yeah, well, I guess there's something more dangerous than a weapon in one man's hand if Swerve Strickland gets EVP behind his status. Again, more details to come later. And Speedball stepping outside, those sidestepping Mark Davis. Clear the speed advantage, pun intended, on Speedball. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh. Now, a little side thing, and this makes you wonder: is this a way or an avenue for Hangman to come back and have that agreement be null and void? Like this, doing this match, it opens up a lot of questions of what you can do, and this is the thing that I kept talking about. I want Tony to have fun with this stuff, make this stuff engaging. That's engaging. Like that is a solid kind of stake to put on the line in that match.
And Swerve Strickland has all the coup for that. Go ahead, Walter.
There's multiple levels to it.
Exactly. It's more than just the championship at this point. It is literally controlling AEW. Speaking of AEW being in control, get ready for a slam dunk, not only Saturday, but Sunday with Slam Dunk Collision, as you will get AEW Collision on both Saturday and Sunday night following the NCAA tournament live coast to coast. Again, that's this Saturday and Sunday. Special start time following the NCAA tournament.
Also, storyline-wise, who knows if Tony even approves of this?
Axe kick. Round kick by Speedball Mike Bailey. So proficient. Of course, black belt in Taekwondo.
They can offer this all they want, but ultimately Tony Khan has to sign off. Is he willing to give to risk it and actually give Swerve that power?
And to that point, how far do you take it? How far does Swerve get drunk on power? And do we finally get the storyline to where Tony gets ousted from power?
I don't know. You remember a couple of years ago, what did the Young Bucks do to Tony?
Change the world. They literally wiped him out on stage at Daly's place.
Mm-hmm.
Now Speedball on the corner. Triangle moonsault wiping out Mark Davis. The Rose will land on his feet.
This is layered, man.
It can be. It definitely can be. I just hope, again, we know that we get great wrestling from AEW. We know that.
Exactly.
It's time, and people will probably criticize what I'm going to say, but we don't want to make this WWE light, but give us some captivating stories to where we're invested. That is a program that we can get invested in. Is what will how far does Swerve go with that? Does he get drunk off power? Right? Does he get drunk off power and maybe go for the snake's head? You know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe in the future he can give himself a title shot, but then Tony steps in and says, If you win the title, you become the new champion. But if you lose this match, you got to give up the power. Like it can keep going.
To be fair, MJF could also leverage that, and MJF is all about negotiations. And again, as I said, MJF, keyword MJF, has not faced Swerve Strickland yet one-on-one in AEW. Their only in-ring encounter was later the fatal four-way at World's End when MJF got his world back, pinning Samoa Joe, the very man that took the world from him. And might I add, Samoa Joe is still out injured. And while you all keep going all in on this narrative of a power struggle and a lust for gold, again, AEW All-In will be in London, August 3rd, 2026 at Wembley Stadium. Get your tickets today, folks. That Speedball was just powerbombed back first on the freaking apron by Dunkzilla Mart Davis. This match continues in restaurant quality, Perazzle and picture, fuck television. But I do love this aspect of a power struggle with the competitor versus being guided by the authority figure. And Kenny Omega was the one that asked for this. Swerve Strickland came with the counter offer. Now it's a matter of deal or no deal in a bigger, more expensive choice made than any episode of Deal or No Deal history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that decision you can build over weeks of television, right?
Well, we'll see if Kenny Omega responds tonight or next week. Again, still to come tonight. We know we got trios odds, and you did see the Young Bucks earlier. Young Bucks, Jungle Draft Prayer, the new AEW National Champion, go up against Roppongi Vice, and of course the AEW National Champion, Kazuchika Okada. Of course, Okada still a champion in the Don Callis family, but Konosuke is not. Kyle Fletcher, of course, still TNT champion. Not to mention, Toni Storm has been taken out, which means Marina Shafir now has no holds barred action against Mina Shirakawa. That's still to come tonight and more on Dynamite. We are back here at our program. And to think, we're not even, well, I guess what I just realized, we are in the second hour. Damn, how time flies. Yeah, look at the replay here, guys. Watch the Speedball lands.
Time flies when you put on quality television. You don't think about how long the show is.
I mean, to be fair, that applies to pay-per-views as well. And I think Speedball wished that this match had a little bit more speed to it after his back got concaved on the apron. Again, Dunkzilla, Mart Davis. Can we talk about how much of a destructive asset he's been for the Don Callis fans since coming back from injury? He is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous on his tights and quite verbatim. And right now,
He would have been very dangerous to the tag division if his partner didn't get hurt. If Jake Doyle didn't separate his shoulder, I think that was what it was. Separate his shoulder.
That's exactly right. To Jake Doyle, again, get well soon. Jake Doyle, Penelope Ford, Samoa Joe, and Bobby Lashley. I wish them all the best to get well soon, as well as Buddy Maps. Again, Speedball trying to break the grip, of Mart Davis. One hand freed from the turnbuckle and now hoisting up Dunkzilla. And Speedball the Cell Powerbomb cover. Two count only.
Bobby Lashley's got to be close to being cleared.
Oh,
soon.
come on.
And in a couple of weeks, there's a Minnesota freaking Dynamite. And you know,
That's
we know
true.
the roots of Shelton Benjamin in Minnesota.
No! Shooting star Prince 2-0. David's able to kick out. And we know business is going to pick up also for the Hurt Syndicate here. It's just a matter of what the next business plan is.
Uh-oh.
And wait a minute. Tony Khan is giving us some breaking news. He's made it official. It will be Swerve versus Kenny 2. Number one contendership versus EVP status next week live on Dynamite. Oh, there's your answer, Nick.
And
I don't like that.
Look at the state. I told you. Look at the city they're in.
At St. Paul, Minnesota. It's a very fair point. And of course, folks, stay tuned for that next week on Dynamite. These two men are having a firefight here, and it's not over hockey. Don't still everybody people off the ropes. Oh, time adventure!
What does the state have to do with it? What do you mean?
Because I was talking about Hurt Syndicate coming back. Bobby Lashley being cleared because you got to start having trio contenders.
Again, Speedball Mike Billy scouting Mart Davis clearly from this past Sunday after this firefight exchange. And why Mart Davis got the better of the exchange, Speedball caught him with that spinning back heel kick and clocked him. Both men down for the moment.
Damn, man. I don't know. They booked that kind of super soon.
Well, again, Nick did say you only got 4 weeks, so maybe the first week, again, this is the fallout. The next week, you have the match. The following week, you hear from the winner, you hear from the loser. And then the week of the pay-per-view, how do you go home into it? And also, again, this is implications on Maxwell Jacob. Oh, Jesus. Maxwell Jacob Freeman's AEW World Championship. And we don't even know the champion's in the building yet or is going to speak. And at some point, we're going to have to hear MJF because at the end of the day, Omega, Swerve, and Darby Allin have all set their sights as of right now on the AEW Men's World Championship.
Swerve could very well insert himself if he wins the power. He could make the Dynasty match and insert himself in Dynasty.
Exactly. And Kenny Omega and Darby Allin cover up the crucifix bomb kick out at 2.
That was almost like a Razor's. Hey, he kind of let go of the bomb.
No kidding. And again, Mark Davis back on the attack with the sliding elbow in the corner. Just straight full force throttle is Mark Davis. No let up.
That's a big man. I feel bad for Mike right now. Go, 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 go.
The battle of speed versus power. Looking for the backslide here. And again, Mark Davis grabbing the ropes.
Oh,
jeez.
That kick to the back of the head.
The proficient striking. Backslide cover. 2 and speed. It's a 2 count. Look for that kick again. Oh, it's a Guri by Mark Davis. Rock speedball. Rebound off the ropes. Dunks it on the move. Oh, God, I want that one lariat. What a shot. And of course, if Mark Davis wins, that puts the Don Callis family in contention. Back for the Trios Champions. Cover off the pile driver. Kick out by speedball at 2.5.
Yo, how he kick out off that spike pile driver? I thought that shit was over.
Deadlift again, looking for the pile drive, powerbomb, counter, roll through, speedball, hook of the legs, 2 and speedball, reversed by Mark Davis, roll through. Able to kick out, PK. Now speedball, the Reveloution knee drop.
Yeah, but look what Mark did, rolled right out of the ring, or at least out of the way.
Speedball my belly right now, looking to square up. Mark Davis in the corner, possibly for the tornado kick.
Oh, you know what he follows up with that?
Again, Mark Davis on target in the drop zone. 2-year point up the second rope. Ultimate weapon! 1, 2, and Speedball wins this heavyweight fight.
Bro, I can't fry. I was not expecting that.
And momentum continues for the new AEW Trios champions and Speedball Mike Bailey. Mental
I guess coming off
overcomes the power and unorthodox nature of Mark Davis tonight on Dynamite.
Coming off the momentum of Reveloution, I guess I should expect him to win, but damn.
Still, though, Mark Davis, hell of a performance.
Damn, Toni didn't. I just realized Toni didn't even give Kenny a chance to respond. He just made the match official.
Well, I mean, Kenny Omega is the one that lobbied up Swerve Strickland. Let's see what you bring to the table. At the end of the day, Kenny Omega is the EVP. For all we know, he's the one that decided it. Speaking of deciding, Kyle Fletcher going to become the greatest senior champion of all time, will defend the title this coming weekend against TMDK's Sniper of the Sky, Robbie Eagles, on Slam Dunk Saturday Collision. And also to come, the Brawling Birds will take on the Sisters of Sin. Of course, we now have brand new AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions in Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. Also, the Death Flyers will be in tag team match against Commander and Mascara Dorada. CMLL World Champion Claudio Castagnoli and Darren Garcia taking on Commander and Mascara Dorada. Who knows? We might get a future CMLL World Championship challenger here.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, MJF, speaking of him, let's hear what MJF had to say after extinguishing him and Adam Page from the equation. Good Lord.
Oh, this is from last Sunday.
Yep. Greatest Iron Man match, greatest dog color match, greatest Texas Death match of all time. Greatest AEW World Champion of all time. Mr. Revolution. Adrenaline is a hell of a drug, so they say. It'll stop you from feeling pain.
Well, there's literally blood all over the wall behind him.
3 ounces of blood pouring out his body. Doesn't matter. Because I won. Heck, he won. It's all worth it. He still holds the grand prize of them all. The Triple B. That is a beautiful championship. I'm still saying that. Happy birthday to him. What a birthday gift.
Gotta wonder what's next for him, man. He's got to pay close attention to this Kenny Omega and Swerve. And to be fair, he didn't know that because this was recorded Sunday.
We had it scheduled. Implement. Right. Biggest one of them all was Hangman. His ass is off the board, Chief. As he's got 20 more years to go. Same for the next 20 years. Him will be right where he belongs. Imagine giving him a woman to get a GOAT status.
For the next 20 years.
I mean, it's hard to argue right now what he's doing. Big Hebrew, the devil, Maxwell freaking Freeman, MJF. Talk about being full of yourself.
Hey, man, he's better than you, and he knows it. Hard to argue with a man when he's proven himself, right?
Yep. You can't argue with him.
Yeah, let's see what he's got next. What's he gonna do now? What are you gonna do next?
Going to Disney World. How did I know that?
I really hate you sometimes with how right you are. Coming up next, Mina Shirakawa versus Marina Shafir in No Holds Barred. Fuck television.
Everybody who has the title says that shit. That's why.
I ain't spending my money on that. That being said, well, again, Dunkzilla, great exhibition, I would say, if nothing else, but Speedball right now, flying high and proud as Trios champion once again. Renewed confidence, renewed momentum.
To be fair, that match was in Cali. You should have went to Disneyland. You're already right there.
I mean, get the hell out of California. He's an East Side boy. I'm just saying.
Oh.
And Sandy here giving some thoughts. One Ken Omega beats Sword Strickland, cannot lose all EVPs because of his ego of not just accepting a win over Omega just a few weeks ago. So Sandy with a hot take there. Talking about Swerve's ego. Again, forgetting about post-match assault.
I think he meant. I think she meant. Wouldn't it be that Kenny has an ego because he couldn't accept the loss?
No, I think Swerve, because again, we're talking about Swerve wins. What if Swerve loses? They will be 1-1. Nick, you're talking about how they're pushing this too fast. What if Omega wins? Just saying. AEW has taught us a lot this past Sunday.
Bro, there's a lot on the line.
Conclusion in every freaking thing.
There's a lot in the line. I don't know where Swerve goes from here if he loses.
I mean, well, Swerve has one win. Let's say if Kenny wins, do you run it? Like, you can run it back.
Yes.
But
you
for
can
what?
run it back at Dynasty, but at that point, what does Kenny give? This doesn't make any sense.
Like, what makes sense in hindsight, to be fair, but it's a matter of execution, Nick. I do see though what you're saying, though. Continue.
Listen, I will judge. The next 4 weeks is leading up to Dynasty. After Dynasty, we can judge how we got there.
Exactly. Like I said, the next real big show, let's be honest here, because AEW does still have the original Big Four. You kicked off a Revolution. You're going for it with Double or Nothing. Then you have AEW, of course, All In. And then, honestly, looking at the later half of the year, I would argue World's End the last big thing because it literally ends the calendar year. And the Continental Classic is the most prolific thing to end the calendar of the year with.
And if we're going to be in London for All In, and Will Ospreay just came back. There's a lot. MJF has a lot of people gunning after that title.
And Will Ospreay right now is gunning after the man that almost put him on injury permanently, Jon Moxley, a man he hasn't beaten yet.
Then you got Darby chasing. MJF got a lot of shit to look out after. Because if Swerve gets this power, he's going to give himself the title match. If Darby just challenged it out, who knows if he gets the title shot at Dynasty. MJF's got to be looking over his shoulder.
So the trios match, I guess, would... yeah, I mean, if they're doing...
You are so stupid!
Shiki Kazuchi Okada. Only Lord to my family. That's a good thing every time I see. How, this is really poetic because we're literally looking at former chaos here. Just putting that out there. For that familia. the freaking living thumb of the business, Don Callis. Beach. But Big Time Trios match to the come tonight, but coming up next, can Mina Shirakawa solve the problem? Round
Hell
2, it's
no.
Mina versus Shafir. Oh boy. And it's no
I don't-
holds barred.
I don't think any mathematician can solve this problem.
It's a fair point, honestly. You called her the most dangerous woman in AEW, honestly. And we already heard what Mina Shafir said against Thomas Toni Storm. I retaliate and I mutilate. To think, when Thomas Toni Storm was just regular Toni Storm, she gave Marina Shafir sound advice. Do things your way and don't let people tell you how to do things differently. And Shafir followed that advice. But as we saw earlier tonight, for some weird reason, as Lufer speaks Luferese, Jesus Christ! Thomas Toni Storm literally was bludgeoned.
The amount of blood, and I guarantee that was Rousey.
Shafir saying now your damn business. Will you stop that?
I'm shocked they let her talk.
Marina Shafir has been very vocal as of late, and it goes back to Shafir's newfound confidence in her own abilities and who she is as a competitor and the lieutenant for the Death Riders. Let's not forget, this is John Moxley's lieutenant. Not only does she train with them, she trains them. And like I said,
Everybody love Mina!
well,
we're gonna have to stick to the last names because Mina and Marina is gonna be too much.
the Mina Marina, the Mina and the 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 Marina.
Mina Marina Mother's Milk. Try to say that.
Oh, wait a minute. Mina with a barbed wire baseball bat. This is no holds barred. I almost forgot that this could get violent. And lovely Mina violent. I don't know if I want to see Mina mutilated. But, I mean, again, figure that Marina Shafir was responsible for what happened. You can't argue with Mina's emotions here in this moment.
Damn, Mina, you should have saved that gear for Allin. That looked like some England stuff.
I'm about to say, I mean, you could also, of course, come off a great win against Zeta Steel on Ring of Honor. I got mixed feelings about this match, seriously.
I'm scared.
Well, bell rings are underway. Referee Mike pulls it for this contest. Again, Marina Shafir does not fear a weapon. She is a walking weapon. Ooh.
Aye, right to the thigh.
Well, she is wearing cargo pants, but that helps. And again, oh gosh. And Shafir now trapping the arm of Mina and bringing that judo background into play. Scoop slam by the former MMA fighter.
I don't think Mina cares about weapons and stuff either. She comes from the world of Japan. They don't give a shit.
Well, that's fair.
No,
You don't want to give Marina Shafir a weapon, though. Nice drop kick to the left knee of Shafir. And Mina with the running knee strike. Finding on behalf of her timeless love bomb that was literally bludgeoned as the blood spilled on the floor.
I don't know how smart this is, Mina.
Now you see Shafir's face smiling and grinding. It's almost like Shafir welcomes this punishment, humors it. I think, honestly, Shafir laughs more at Mina than she does at Toni, but I think she also respects Mina more as a competitor. Remember the last time she asked her to do better, and Mina put up a hell of a fight in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Do you want to get in a kicking contest with Shafir, though?
To your point, that's probably not the smartest strategy. But also, this is not a regular match. It's no holds barred.
Is that the champagne stuff?
God, no. Mina, no.
Well, we transport to Thailand. It's going to be that broken glass thing.
That once asked for a Taipei death match.
This is what this is. Taipei, she's going to break those glass.
Oh, God. Mina, why?
Because Mina don't give a shit.
That's accurate. I mean, when you're at Thomas Toni Storm, you lose your damn mind. Champagne bottle in hand. Oh, and it's okay. Takes the bottle out of Mina's hands.
Think about it. You got to... If you're fighting this kind of match against a woman as dangerous as Shafir, you got to go to lengths you normally wouldn't.
I suppose that's true. Of course, Mina was not in action on Sunday, but Marina Shafir was, and it took literally biting the bee for Thomas Toni Storm to trap her in the biggest package, followed by a headbutt. A toe kick right now to Mina. I almost wonder if Shafir, though, is just mocking Thomas Toni Storm at this point now.
Judo throw!
Well, I'm about to say, not going to be the only one here.
Judo throw!
Right up your alley, Walter, and stay tuned, folks. Walter Cruz does call MMA and the super fight with Gia and, of course, Ronda Rousey in May.
3
times.
That
one-on-one.
Oh, taking a page out of Okada's book, huh?
Beach. As this match continues in Perazo, picture-in-picture, stay tuned, fuck television. Does Mina have a solution to the problem?
I think Shafir said fuck something else to the crowd.
I mean, to be fair, it's zero fucks given when you're Marina Shafir. At the end of the day, there's only one thing on her mind, and that's combat and discipline, self-discipline more than anything else. And that is the Death Rider mentality. There's a reason why John Moxley put Marina Shafir in such a unique regard versus anyone else in only his Death Riders, but on the AEW roster. No one strikes like Shafir. No one wrestles like Shafir. No one trains like Shafir. She's her literal own mold. It doesn't give a fuck what you think about it.
Oh my god. How do you make the most dangerous person already dangerous? Give her a fucking weapon. Look at this.
I mean, this was the woman that would have took big pressure from Sword Strickland. Enough said. And Nick, you got thoughts about this? Thinking about the Ronda Rousey, and to think maybe it is Ronda Rousey, and we don't know, but that was like something out of a horror movie when we heard Mina and Renee freaking screaming and immediately cut. Do you really think it was Ronda that did that?
Had to have been Ronda. Had to have been Ronda. It couldn't have been anybody else. I mean, that's what you're kind of you're building to, right?
Are we building to her, or was it just some cross promotion? I'm just saying.
Who else could it have?
Oh,
who else could it have been?
Well, there's another former horsewoman that people have had on their minds recently, thinking about what if she came in and be part of a tag team, and she was the most legit bitch in WWE and my NXT. I'm just saying. There aren't no more legit bitches in WWE. I'm just saying. Anyway, right now,
you're talking Shayna?
No slam! Oh, sorry, Dick, you were saying?
You're talking Shayna?
That's exactly who I'm talking about.
Shayna is contracted. She's in NXT.
Yeah, she's like a GM or something, or like some backstage talent.
Yeah.
I guess.
But like I said, I think they're just taking advantage of Rousey now because the fight is going to be in LA that she has. She's not going to do anything with them and leave camp. She's not going to leave camp, which is based in LA. So because they're in Fresno, that's not too far from LA. They can still do this, but then she's not going to continue until after that other fight.
It does make me wonder, though, to your point, Walter, the next time they do have a residency, even for just a week in California, do we get the revenge of the timeless one against Ronda Rousey? And it indeed was her. And it sounds like it's saying something long-term and a whole different type of timeless fight.
When's the fight?
May 16th.
And Tony Khan was invited to it. Again, Shafir likes drinking the bubbly.
And Shafir,
you said May when? May when?
May 16th. And Shafir is walking Rousey out.
Oh, been a spit take to Mina Shirakawa.
When's Double or Nothing?
That would be towards the end of it. Oh, after the fight. Trying to fight for a fallen friend. Bubbly going everywhere. Good grief.
A little bit of the bubbly.
And Mina back on the attack here. Mina knows how to drink and how to fight. If people have watched her in Stardom like I have, I'm just saying.
Mina with a chair.
Mina with a weapon just sounds weird in context.
Holy shit! Oh! Kicked her right in the ribs.
I mean,
again, the precision striking by Marina Shafir. Now with reversal. You were saying, Walter, up and around. Oh, take it down to DDT on the chair.
That was Nick.
It could realistically, it could also be Tekla, right? Because Toni did say that after that match, she was coming after Tekla. So it could have been Tekla.
I mean, that's a good point because, like I said, she did call out the AEW Women's World Championship after overcoming the problem.
To be fair, I don't think Tekla's even done with Statlander yet.
That's also a fair point.
I don't like that. If we don't hear the fact that we're not hearing from Tekla tonight, I don't like that.
Well, you gotta consider we know what the Sisters of Sin will be in action this Saturday on Collision. Oh, and there's only so much you can fit in 2.5 hours.
The hell was that? Like a neck twister onto the chair.
Cover 2, and I don't think Mina got all of it. 2.5 by Mina Shirakawa. Yeah, we talked about how resilient Marina Shafir has been here in AEW versus how much she retaliates.
Well, you won't be badass if you weren't resilient.
And right now, look at a step forward for the figure for leg lock, pushed off the ropes. Again, Mina knows she has to avoid that mother's milk. That is what literally capacitated her not once, but twice.
She might dive right into mother's milk.
Good point. Tornado! Cross-body. Oh!
What did I tell you?
Again, shoved to the clutches of the problem. And there's no rope break, no holds barred.
Yeah, but she used the
That's our
ropes
way
as
out.
leverage to get out. I think she clawed her eye out.
Yeah, that's really what she did. Desperate means, and again, they're all legal. Oh.
When Shafir lays down like that, she's ready to snack you into mother's milk. I knew that's what that was going to be.
Like a Venus flytrap, just trapping her in her clutches.
Exactly. She lets you get confident and boom. What else is under there? Come on. You already have the champagne bucket. You got chairs. You got
barbed wire baseball bat from earlier, to your point. That hasn't been used
tables.
Yet. Well, they wanted tables earlier, Nick. They're finally getting it.
They are.
Is it a table for two or for one?
Ask Shafir in 10 minutes and get back with me.
They got the champagne. Somebody reserved the table yet?
Ooh.
Bringing the table out from underneath the ring. Yeah, Marina's still favoring that lower back, by the way.
We already saw a coffin match. Now this shit.
Well, to be fair, we are dealing with, like you said, the most legit bitch in the AEW Women's Division. Major Kawa right now, and Shafir on the apron. I'm not sure who's going to do better or fail worse. Both of them right now just clubbing away. Oh! Open palm strike, do better. Ran to a toe kick. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God!
Oh, I think Shafir put herself through the table.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she did. Well, be damned. Backdrop suplex to the floor, and Shafir crashing through the table. And she don't
really
give a
didn't.
fuck.
She really didn't get Mina. She got herself.
Well, was that worse for Shafir or was it worse for Mina? Because to your point, Mina hit nothing but floor practically. And
Oh,
her
wait,
head
but she
into
hit the
table.
edge. Look, she hit the edge. Ah, that hurt. The edge is the most dangerous part.
No holds barred, reckless abandonment. Disastrous landing, and again, Shafir favoring her lower back, and that might be the only saving grace for Mina. Now look at the foot punishment, cover, and kick out at 2, like a days ago cover there by Shafir, who wants Mina to do better.
Shafir's not. I'm sorry, Mina's not gonna give up that easy.
Yeah, Shafir should have known that too. I think Shafir right now is in a subtle disbelief.
I don't think Shafir cares because she gets happy delivering punishment.
To be fair, I think Shafir likes punishing Mina the most, and I don't know necessarily that's the best thing for me to say on commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Been punishing her since Blood and Guts. And Mina Shirakawa grabbing another bottle of champagne, and
that
again,
one's empty.
Intimidating referee Mike Posey. I think Mike Posey is more intimidated by Shafir than just by Athena. Oh!
Back fist!
Cutlass spinning back fist!
And don't forget, Shafir's barefooted too, and glass in the ring.
Storm Zero cover 2, Mina with the win!
With Storm Zero. Talk about poetic justice.
The original Storm Zero, Montana, the Tiger Driver.
Dude, that's poetic justice, Noah.
No kidding. Talk about how much a woman's willing to fight for love.
The fact that Mina wins is scaring me. I think Rousey is going to pop out now.
Now, you see Shafir is shedding a little bit of blood on her shoulder. That bottle straight over her damn head. And again, we still don't know who attacked Thomas Toy Storm. Shafir wanted Mina to do better. She did better, all right. Damn.
Come on, hit some unknown music so Rousey can come out.
All right, well, let's look, dude. It's the fallout. Let's be subtle here, all right? Mina celebrating victory here again. She wasn't even involved in this fight. She stepped up towards her concussed out forever lover.
But why is
that girl was bleeding bucket?
But why is Mina winning that?
I'm about to say, was Toni Storm at to win this? I thought it was over on Sunday. Again, where do we go in the AEW Women's Division? More and more unknowns. Bottom line, Mina did better tonight against Shafir. Problem solved for now.
Marina just proved she can be just as badass.
As we, speaking of badasses, let's go backstage to Andrade El Idolo, another person we should not leave out of the AEW Championship equation. Let's see what's on his mind next.
No photos with Renee. She's married, and you don't want those problems with Mart.
Will you stop that? John Cruz.
I hate that I share a last name with this idiot.
Don Callis on the phone.
Oh my god, his big ass head still takes up the whole TV screen and he's on a phone.
Damn.
I didn't hear a word that man said.
Wait, we are working with MJF? They're in business. Government's becoming Uh-oh!
Did he is paying the family to take out Darby?
It sounds like it.
Money speaks.
Big money, man.
That is all about the money. Look at that suitcase. Take Darby out. Wait, does that mean MJF fears Darby Allin?
Well, I don't know, man. I think Andrade is reluctantly accepting that offer. Coming up next, Jungle Jet Prairie and the Young Bucks taking on Kazuchika Okada. Come back here on Dynamite. Again, a lot more what ifs, a lot more questions and answers. We got full commercial break. Fuck television.
What does that say about MJF? He fears Darby that he has got to pay somebody to take him out.
One of my favorites. Thank you for that, Sandy. God bless you. Well, I mean, again, we talk about AEW originals, one of the 4 pillars. MJF and Darby Allin are 2 of those original 4 pillars. And like I said, Darby Allin has always been a nuisance, a pest to go along AEW and to be a tag-along almost towards the AEW return to picture when it involved MJF. The only time that Darby Allin challenged for the return when MJF held it was in a fatal 4-way, let's forget, at Double or Nothing in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, what do you guys say regarding that and Andrade's reluctancy to right now be the hitman for the Don Callis family to neutralize Darby Allin? He right now might be taking a break, so we'll get his thoughts here about later. I mean, again, Andrade Hilo, does money talk? I mean, is money more valuable than gold at this point? Business, it's just one of those things right now where business conflicts can literally affect a person's interests. Again, we don't know what's next for fucking AEW Women's World Championship picture. We know the tag division has been heated up a whole different style thanks to Divine Dominion. And we got the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hernandez Windsor coming back from London and Wrestle Kingdom 8, by the way. Of course, taking on the Sister Sin. And I think right there is going to give some foreshadowing. Chris Statlander truly is removed from the Triangle of Madness crosshairs. As, of course, Sky Blue and Julia Hart will be in tag team action this Saturday. We also saw Mina Shirakawa brain Shafir with a champagne bottle, but is anything really settled right now? And again, who took out Timeless Toni Storm? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, thank you all for tuning into this special coverage that we decided to do, because why the fuck not? Because we are intrigued. If nothing else, we are intrigued by AEW since the fall of Reveloution, and we still don't know everything that's ahead. I hope you all enjoying. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Know the next time that, of course, we have a watch along here. We have TNA Sacrifice, we have WrestleMania, AEW Dynasty, more GCW shows to come. We have Global Wars with Ring of Honor and Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. There may be New Japan Cup final coverage of Natsuko Genesis coverage. Stay tuned for that down the line. More Cinema Dick things are to come. MMA coverage with Walter Cruz. More movie stuff and other miscellaneous entertainment stuff with Rank Wrestling JJ Williams. And stay tuned for more interviews with the talent of Part of Mania, including with Jasmine and Laura tomorrow. And this Saturday with further talent.
And
again,
a special announcement tomorrow.
Yes, thank you for that. I was about to say a real special announcement. Don't need a graphic. And of course, also stay tuned for Wrestling JJ Williams and Kathleen Studios and follow us today at SR Studios 24 to know what's ahead against About Studios, where we give you all the coverage for all things wrestling, entertainment, and combat sports. And stay tuned for the Saturday Shenanigans this Saturday, hosted by Record Wrestling JJ Williams, following our latest interview. Of course, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. As we go back inside here to Dynamite. It's minute time on Dynamite. Someone's got to give here. You were talking about Ricochet earlier.
Main event, beach.
And the Young Bucks, of course, I wonder what their physical condition is following that war with FTR the past Sunday at Reveloution. Justin Roberts taking away with our main event introductions. And again, folks, you all continue to allow the passion to persist and pursue. Think about whether those that have tuned into all the watch alongs to this point, including Reveloution this past Sunday, as well as predictions post-mortem with me and Papa Gino. Hope you all continue to enjoy and stay tuned. Again, We chose to cover the fallout from this pay-per-view because it was their first, it was their kickoff, and we're intrigued to see what's next. And when we don't have all the answers, this has been quite fun. I don't think we're going to do this every week, despite what Walter suggests. But stay tuned the next time we do cover AEW live, either with pay-per-view or Dynamite. And I hope that you all enjoy.
Yes, I don't think we should do this every week.
Agree, Nick. Specials, yes. Regular shows, no. But this fallout, it gave a lot of possibilities. And right now, we got 5 people to think about in the AEW World Championship picture. We have no idea what to think about in the Women's Championship picture. But Toni Storm right now, wiped out, is a story in itself. And there seems to be a power struggle for control over the pursuit for the championship right now.
Whoa,
the Don Callis family and Swerve Strickland and Omega.
Yeah, but I won't lie to you. This show has definitely been
subpar. Well, you know, it is what it is when you take a chance on television, regardless of what product you watch.
You're not going to make every basket you shoot, buddy.
Well,
no, you're not.
You
But
get one angle, and it's like, okay, here's the rest.
You're right, but coming out of that show, like...
Wait, you expect them to go full throttle, dude, tonight? I mean, hell, you had a Coffin match, and then you had Toni Storm. Oh, hold that thought. Red Mecca!
It ain't over. We don't know what this match is, or post-angle, or whatever.
That's true. I mean, what does FTR have to gain here, though? Go ahead, Nick. You were saying, brother?
No, yeah, I don't know. Definitely
it's a weird feeling. Just call it is. It's a weird feeling. You're feeling weird right now. You don't know what to think at this point.
They'll pick it back up. I think next week's going to be something.
Well, we know we got Kenny Omega versus Strickland, where if Swerve wins, he not only becomes #1 contender, he becomes an EVP in All Elite Wrestling. If Kenny Omega wins, he keeps his EVP status, and it sounds like he becomes the #1 contendership. We also heard Andrade Eagle has been praised to be the hitman to take out Darby Allin, who wants to go after the AEW World Championship.
But we don't know if he becomes #1 contender because Darby called his shot out. But we might get a triple threat. We might end up getting a fatal 4. We got 5, like you said earlier, 5 potential members or people on the roster that can get a title shot. The only person that can't ever get a title shot is Hangman.
According to his word, and again, integrity, I want to believe it's still something in professional wrestling, but we'll see how far that goes. And again, no Hangman tonight, as he was left down on a stretcher.
Yeah, no Hangman or MJF. I would have been shocked if either one of them showed up tonight.
Well, no, again, we technically got MJF.
Exclusive. Yeah, again, we know where he's going. He's going to Disney blank, whatever.
World.
But we got no, did we not get Ricochet for his conduct on social media?
I mean,
no Takeshita.
I heard about that, and that one might be a good reason why. We know, Ospreay has John Moxley in his crosshairs, and to your point, Nick, Tenosuke Takeshita, what's going through the Alpha's mind? He lost definitively on his own merit against John Moxley. What is next for the Alpha?
You guys got to remember, Perry could be just not even having him on the mind, but they could still, all 3 of them could still be there for Ricochet and come out at the end of this match.
Well, also to that point, what about FTR that got bum rushed by Adam Copeland and Christian Cage and the Young Bucks, who were standing eye to eye with the tag titles drawing the line in the sand?
You know, why haven't we heard from Tekla? Like, I know this is a center on Collision, but you know, we should have heard from Tekla. Why didn't we hear from Stad? You know,
because you don't put everything at once on the fallout of Dynamite, as you know, Nick.
We for that matter, we could have
on Collision.
We could have heard from Christian and Cage and how it feels to coming back on their intentions, but you can't blow your load all on one show, man.
And you did say again, Nick, 4 weeks. You're not going to build angles out of every, especially World Championship, in a single episode, especially following a pay-per-view. Slow burn, bruv. And even you have said it yourself. Why they're long, the pay-per-views do not miss.
No. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they announce for next week.
Dynasty is coming up, but you still got to save some shit from All In. That's your WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, and again, we got a long way to go,
Yeah,
and
but
that's long term.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. I'm just gonna say this right now. We're on a high from adrenaline this past Sunday, and it hasn't cooled down. And you guys still thought that we were going to be a gear above cruise control tonight. I did not expect that. I expected one thing out tonight while we decided to do this. What's next towards the AEW Men's World Championship? And I feel that's what's most important. And we have 3 or 4 different ways right now in deciphering what we think's next for that.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing else, are we not breathing conversation? And if you aren't doing that in the wrestling business, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Between the Men's World Championship and who can cuss Thomas Toni Storm, you got 2 big angles out of the night to figure about headed into next week. And Ospreay, of course, in Jon Moxley's crosshairs. So Continental, Women's Division, World Championship, not bad. And Darby Allin removed from Gabe Kidd. What's next for the Dogs? Yeah, your guess is good as mine. Big what ifs. I like having more what ifs than knowing, okay, contentment. And speaking of what's next, TNT Championship will be defended this Saturday on Slam Dunk Saturday. Kyle Fletcher going one-on-one against Robbie Eagles. Braun Burns, Alex Winston, and Jamie Hayter taking on the System Sin. Los Frasco Monopolies and Trios action. Beast Mortos, Rouge, and of course, Sammy Guevara. And others to go. Death Friars, Clarks, Nolan, and Derek Garcia taking on Commander Mascara Dorada. Jay Lee from Lee Johnson taking on Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong. And we will see Divine Dominion, the new AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions in action. All this.
That's somebody that I would have loved to have seen tonight.
Sure that. And it got another Peraza on picture. Fuck television. Also, Ciampa going one-on-one against Leo Rush. So it sounds like a lot more of the fallout and direction going to develop more during the Collision weekend. Keep in mind, it's a weekend, not a one-night thing.
Dude, Leo Rush has completely changed his character. I'm liking this shit.
What the hell? He went from Blackheart to Cruz to what the hell is he now? Someone explain.
No, I like the context though.
It's different. I will say that.
It's better than
I think he's Blackheart.
Legion of Doom jacket.
True that. Go ahead, Nick.
No, I think he's leaning into his Blackheart gimmick. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ooh, nice. Ran into both their boots.
Yeah, I'm about to say a little miscommunication there by Don Kyle's family, Roppongi Vice. Of course, we know Roppongi Vice, Triple Red and Record Mail from our IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions and Junior Tag League winners, Chucho Okada, notorious 6-man never openweight champion, and might I add, still AEW International Champion.
This is going to be interesting with Andrade because last time Don Callis did something involving money, it didn't work out so well. Ask the Young Bucks.
I mean, yeah, they got and lost like $1 million in the span of a few weeks. Money talks, I suppose, in the Don Callis family. And again, we know that, of course, we'll be going soon to South Carolina. Oh, Jesus. North Carolina. And to the next point, the entire week of Dynasty will take place through Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Non-copyright. Lucky, damn it, lucky.
Actually, those aren't copyrighted.
Oh, yeah. National anthems aren't non-copyrighted. Okay, I get it. It freaking still annoys me. Damn it. I always find a reason to annoy me. And I'm sure, again, Ricochet.
Oh, my God. That whole week is going to be in Canada. I can't wait for the Christian and Cope build for that event.
I mean, they're going to be involved at Dynasty. It's a foregone conclusion. It's just a matter of if that's the opportunity that they get to finally do what Adam Cole came to AEW to do with his longest running brother in the business. And that's one last run as tag champs, even if he's an asshole. Freaking grimace like Christian Cage's face.
Dude, is it me or this like, damn, how many fucking commercials are they going to give?
Well, you got to pay advertising cover.
This was the longest commercial break we had tonight.
To be fair, there was no commercials probably during the women's match as well. And it does feel like it was limited commercials throughout the show. We talked about how fast the show's been flying by. So honestly, I'm not surprised.
It's just it's hard. You do a great job. For me, it's kind of hard to focus when it's on the split screen.
Well, yeah, you know, sometimes it's like what matters more, what's going on during the commercial or what actually is the commercial. For me, it's what's actually going on during the commercial. Jawbreaker by Jack Perry. And again, we don't know the go-out angle. Does the man get involved? Does FTR get involved? Does Christian Cage and Adam Copeland get involved? Does something else happen that throws this thing off the rails? Does Mina Shirakawa get mysteriously attacked? Or do we find out who attacked our Toni Storm all along? Able to corner and Jet Prey able to get out of the way as we're back here on main event on AEW Dynamite. I'm very subtle, and honestly, I need this after Sunday night. Very subtle, simple Wednesday night. Push off the ropes. A rebound lariat by Jet Prey. What's all cut out?
We don't know if the demand is standing by, waiting for Jack Perry to just drop his guard.
Well, Jurassic Express are looking to go on a national tour. So, again, we don't know if they're trying to break that bus as we know it. Tag made. In comes Nick to shift the momentum here in favor of what used to be the freaking corporate elite, if I'm going to call it that.
I wouldn't go nowhere near that bus when there's a freaking Jurassic Park in there fucking guarding it.
Yeah. Wait, is Universal Studios in California or in Florida? You're losing me here.
Huh?
Escalera, the Jurassic Park. It's like in Universal Studios, right? Is that in Florida or in California?
I think so. It's in Florida.
I'm
just saying, he's in it. Luchasaurus is in the bus. I wouldn't go mess with it.
Well, he's only got one arm, to be fair. PK to Okada, who was literally brought in by the Young Bucks. Let's forget. All aboard the Locomotion Suplex Express. And Matt Jackson, despite the compromised bat that still ails him in his career, taking Rocky for a ride from one side into the other, and a double suplex to Roppongi Vice. That stinging effect on his shoulder be damned. Again, always impressive to see that done by Matt Jackson. And now we have the tag made to Nick Jackson.
I don't think they got another angle because we only got 2 minutes left. Well, they always go over on Dynamite.
About to say, you realize we always go over, right? Elbow drop combination here by the Bucks. Plus, you got to remember, we're in California. So honestly, this makes sense. And personally, I don't mind ticket fans a little bit slow.
Have you accepted your invite?
I'm about to say, oh no!
Oh, never mind. No super kick party.
Strike. Sold out kick, you were saying. Went for the rolling kick. Uppercut. Swinging a miss. Oh, a jumping knee. Very nice by Rocky Romero. King of sneaky style. And, oh no!
There it is. I got my invite. Super kick party.
Yeah, there goes Trent, who literally super kick Rocky. Jumping knee combination by Roppongi Vice. Wipes the Bucks out. Jack Perry and Okada nowhere to be found right now. Referee for this contest, Rick Knox, by the way. Irish whip, sit up and over. The shoulder blocks there by the Bucks. Up and over with the sunset flips, the roll up, stepping through, looking possibly for dual sharpshooters. And Jack Perry, though, slipping out Okada, who comes into the ring, bringing him back towards center. They locked in the snail trap.
Snail trap.
Submission hell.
Sharpshooters and snail traps.
Incredible trios offense here, as I believe Rocky.
Who's legal? Everybody's making it
Rocky. I thought it was Rocky and Nick, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
And to Sandy's point, by the way, folks, remember, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the New Japan Cup's currently going on, and the semifinals are coming up on March 20th. The Alpha, who will be involved during that stint of the tour, might be on his way to Japan as we speak, as he is the Inter World Television Champion and is triple contracted. Super kick.
Tope!
Throws himself for Trent Barrett with the tope suicida. Back in live action, though, Rocky Romero looking for sliced bread on Matt. Matt able to counter it. Uh-oh. And looking to hook up. Drop kick to the knee, preventing the Meltzer driver by Okada. Breaking the eyes. It's breaking down. That's expected. Big boot to Jack Perry, turns sideways.
Slice.
Rocky Romero. Sliced bread. Oh, man.
Ooh, what a knee.
Yeah, ready knee by Trent Beretta. And they could be on the verge of taking this here. Got him hooked. Strong zero. Covered by Rocky and Jack Perry with the save.
Damn, Jack Perry got in there last second.
Yeah, desperate save there. Just diving in there by Jack Perry. But
come on, senior referee. Get some control in this match.
You know as well as I do when it comes to AEW, there is a leniency in tag team wrestling.
Especially with Knox.
Well, I didn't want to point out that, but you're not wrong there. Cheeky pose there by the Don Callis family. The Young Bucks and Jack Perry all set up now for what the hell?
Nut bites.
Up to and roll up inside cradle.
Right in the Don Callis family jewels.
Yeah, let's go with that. Oh! I guess the Young Bucks learn how to be savage like Jack Perry, who said a caveman can't teach them.
Trigger.
Big trigger the Rocker Romero. And looks like they're going to set him up for a sacrifice. Running knee strap by Jeff Perry. Choose the half Young Bucks the cover, and Jeff Perry in the Bucks with a win.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Nick is holding his shoulder bad.
Well, good return to form, though, by this trio. I will say that.
Something happened to Matt's. Is that Nick? Matt or Nick's shoulder is gone.
Yeah, big time reset here for the Young Bucks. I think both their shoulders are gone, if we're being perfectly honest here.
Well, we saw what happened Sunday. His shoulder was the story of the match.
Yeah, that's fair. And Matt celebrating here with Jeff Perry and Nick again, and Jeff Perry with a microphone in hand.
Oh, God. Please don't get the... Oh, I have to hear the Bucks talk.
Well, I think they're going to have something to say regarding what happened this past Sunday. Let's see what the Young Bucks have to say and see what this might lead to.
You think you know us.
A little bit sweet. Had a great time match with Jack. But Sunday did not go your way. I mean, it was close. Effort.
Christian and Cope were in California. This isn't too far.
Again, do you bring all your fireworks at once? I'm just saying. Down by the front row, their family watching them. All the Young Bucks, pun intended. The kids.
Hey, I'm the pun guy here, Young Bucks.
To be fair, they're probably making more puns before you knew what puns were. With all due respect.
They're punishing my ears right now. I hate when they have a microphone.
All right, come on, be still. About a better team on Sunday.
Yeah.
Wow. When did you ever think the Young Bucks would admit somebody's a better team?
It was his birthday? I guess he had a belated birthday. I didn't know that.
I knew it was MJF's. I didn't know about Jackson.
Well, we all know how many people could share a birthday on the same day. Let's just call it what it is. Remember who you are. Talking about himself. Sounds like some self-motivation here. Really feel the fans will still believe in you. We have still have fans who still love you. You develop following. I'm talking about as far as seeing sons, I'm proud of you. Papa Buck seems all right. Even Jess said Papa Buck seems all right. We did talk about before how this year could be the Elite's last run.
Oh, okay.
Means I'm going to stretch.
Are they going to give up their power too in a tag match?
There's a person, there's a team. Who's going to defend us for getting our AEW tag team titles for our fourth time.
Sure about that?
Well,
I think I know two people.
What? Yeah, I think you know a person, Walter, and they also know what it means to seize opportunity. I'm Coffin in the building.
They took the drive to Fresno.
Where's his asshole? I'm just saying. Where's his asshole?
Is he going to come from behind again?
Well, I mean, do the Young Bucks and Adam Coleman and Christian Cage have mutual respect?
Does Christian have a respect for anyone?
That's fair. This is the guy that does say your father is dead. We know the Young Bucks' father isn't dead. Oh, fuck. Here he is.
Interesting. Okay, so I mean, this is where we're
talked about what you thought the tag team scene might be becoming, Nick, and I think your premonition is slowly coming to fruition. Here comes Christian Cage.
I knew they were here.
They were in California.
Exactly.
They're back. And they're back for revenge, and they're back for the tag team championships, as we clearly saw on Sunday. The first time we're seeing Adam Coleman and Christian Cage since AEW All Out last year in Toronto.
FTR did some shit to them, man. Took them out.
Yeah, including Adam Coleman's wife. And to be fair, the matriarchy also played heavily involved in that. Let's see what the ANC have to say. Or ANC. If I see this, and I know I'd never thought I'd see it. This is a time capsule and a half. And Cohen saying respects the hell out of the Young Bucks.
Dude, you know there's like close to like 80 years of experience in the ring right now.
Yes, it's absolutely insane right now. That being said, I can relate.
Interesting.
I said, as I said, cut the wife. Beth Coleman going to come back with a vengeance. I hope she breaks Paul Stokes' neck. Yeah, Beth is a badass.
We always knew Beth was a badass.
Over the last 6 months. But when we find out she needs spinal fuse surgery, and then look in the eye. Ooh. Now she's out of the woods. Need to get my ass back at AEW and rectify the damn situation. Uh-oh. Adam Coleman on revenge. Christian Cage. Just arms folded and just is more important than families. And that's taking the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Only one set of titles and so many tag teams.
True that. Well, you to hear from us first. At Dynasty in Vancouver. It's going to be FTR versus Kobe Cage 2 for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. That's official.
And the graphic is there.
What? Now Christian Cage with the mic. You understand this situation is personal for me too. Winning the Tag Team just means to make a ton of money. Let's
never change, Christian.
Selfish prick. We just prove that we're not only the best tag team, our generation. We get to prove we're the best tag team of your generation. Oh, I like this.
FTR. Uh-oh.
I mean, I've said it. We've said it since like Dynasty. Like it's the name of the show.
It is the name of the show. Yes.
It's just it makes sense between all these three teams, right?
It's all about the each team's legacy, each of their dynasties.
Yeah, but look at what team's on the stage. What's the gold? And Smallstoke has a mic. Copeland and the Bucks saying, "Shut up!" Yeah, no one wants to hear you. You friggin' pipple.
So I guess I guess in these next few weeks we're gonna get. I mean, yeah, we must get.
Well, the match is made official for the pay-per-view. Super kick by Cash. Spirit attacks. And Christian Cage lining up Cash. Oh, and a low blow.
He'll go. Now hit the Young Bucks. Hit the Young Bucks. Hit the Young Bucks.
It's good. Well, that was a well.
I mean,
fight.
The Bucks have to find their way in. I guess that's the hook. How do the Bucks find their way into that match?
Well, again, it's all about mutual respect, right? And who's the
either
best
that or they
team
can work the
across
winner.
generations?
You can always work the winner.
Well, we might be looking at a picture of things to come as Adam Coleman and Christian Cage hold the AEW World Tag Team Champions. And it is official at Dynasty, April 12th. It will be Cage and Cope challenging FTR for the AEW Tag Team straps.
I like how Cope explained his hiatus. Because,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
let's be real. Like,
Continuity.
it was a 6 month, like he's been gone for 6 to 8 months. Like how do you pick up a feud that fast? Well, he explained it.
Well, yeah, and again, we're talking about the ultimate opportunists here. And also, speaking of opportunity, the Don Callis will get an opportunity to regain the AEW Trios Championships. El Clone, Josh Oxana, Canosa de Casca will challenge Mystical and Jet Speed this weekend. And again, as we heard, next week, number one contender versus EVP, Swerve versus Kenny 2, where power and glory is on the line next week on Dynamite. Well, we're on the road to Dynasty, and it looks like that Coming and Christian Kids are going to forge their dynasty across generations as the greatest tag team of all time. But for now, this Dynamite has finally concluded, and we have finally blew out the fuse. Thank you all for tuning in so much to this simple, special watch-line coverage of the Fallout from Revolution. We'll see what's ahead here as we keep going towards Dynasty. For Walter Cruz, for Nick Ferrantes, I'm Samantha Noel Foster saying make a pause, impact, and life. Have a good night. We'll see you for our interviews with Jasmine and Laura and more to come this week across the Simple Apple Studios with the Potter Media talent and the Saturday Shenanigans too. Walter, cut the fucking feed, and thank you to all of you. Adieu.
Cut the feed! Cut the feed!